Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Fate of the Norns Ragnarok. This is part 2 of Borg's saga. Whatever happens to this town happens, and maybe we don't see it happen. Maybe we do, given that y'all are in trouble right now.
Borg.
Zen, I wanted to talk to you. I
Mhm.
believe, last session, this fight, took a total of 8 damage from the first attack and 16 from the second, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right.
Okay. I think that's what happened. I asked that shortly after last session. This means your HP, you have more root. You're not as in it. You're not in quite as bad a place. You're not unconscious. If you've taken a total of 24 damage, that means your runes, 24 damage. Each rune against spiritual damage is 6 HP, which means you should have 4 runes in Drain, which you do, but you do not need to have this rune in Wounds. It can be still up in Essence, because it's exactly 24 damage, which means you still have 1 rune you can use. Technically, right now, well, you didn't draw it, I think.
Well, we haven't weirded yet, so.
No, but this thing attacked Runar right before Runar's turn happened. And I don't think Runar had any left.
After.
It was after?
It was after.
Yeah. Oh, wait, just
I
move
moved up in front of it.
Yep, okay.
Because I remember when he got attacked, all his stuff was in play.
Yep, okay.
So he had to drag from in play.
And I will move it to last. And you still have a rune that you can use to get away.
That's such a great rune, too, because it's my ghost hand rune. It'll do nothing.
Are we good to fight?
Oh, it depends. Does anyone know what happened last week?
That's a good question. What did happen last week?
We showed up to town. Egil did not inform us of his family drama. It's quite awkward.
Oh, no.
The big town is over hunting and fishing. So the little town is starving. And we got attacked by a ghost because fuck that queen.
Because someone mouthed off to a fucking powerful witch.
Who did that? That wasn't me.
Couldn't imagine who it was.
Look, by the time we're done this game, our list of enemies will be as long as the list of people I've met.
I believe I have stated several times in character that y'all are going to get me killed.
Yes, we will.
Perfect. Just make your next character your own relative avenging your death or something like that.
No, I want that to be the next bad guy, please. Like, send him against the group.
It's your fault. I told him he shouldn't have associated. He's a great hero, and you are nothing.
Oh man, we're gonna have to deal with Runarson.
Runarson. Yeah, that's how it works then. I guess it's better than Mick Runar.
Oh, I feel like Runar would definitely name his kid Runar after him, so he'd be
Runarson.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so y'all are in a cabin. There were other people here. You see the corpses of 2 guards. You are semi-buffed up already, and however, the creature used a teleport to switch places with someone, and then is in a room alone with Runar. But the door is open.
It cheated real bad.
The best part,
I'm getting cooked.
I can't even make it out of the room with my movement.
Don't you have another? Well, because you have 1 rune in Essence, right? You can move with your Void rune.
True.
That is true. Okay.
And there's no attacks of opportunity unless it.
There are no
well,
attacks.
It has to.
Maybe there's a passive against it, but you've moved away from it before. It's been fine.
Move out, block the door.
So let's all weird.
Okay, well, first I gotta. So I weird first, and then I.
Weird is the first thing that happens before upkeep.
Okay, so let me clean up first, and then.
Gee, I wonder what I'm gonna pull.
And
Spencer, mind cleaning up my hand here? Just because I'm going to have to draw something quickly.
Oh, that. Just hold on.
Oh
Thank you.
boy. I have my bear posture and my superior parry. Those are very useful right now.
I mean, none of my skills are ever useful. I don't know what y'all are talking about, having useful skills. I draw one rune a turn. It's usually used to not get killed.
I have
I'm also
a terrible idea that you could do, but I'm not going to tell you what that is.
well, hold on. So on upkeep, I take 10 damage because you're at full aura, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Sorry.
weird again. So
How
that's
come what
1,
do you mean
2, 3,
weirding
4.
again?
Because it's 2 runes are gonna go down to 5.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This would kill a small peasant.
Yes, I am now bloodied.
But no, it wouldn't, because a small peasant is a lower level.
Oh, you're
That's
right.
true.
That's a good way to scale the effect. I like that.
So
That's why
my
it's so
shroud's
harmful
going
against
up
this
to
creature,
Shroud 4.
because it's high level, so it takes more damage.
I think I'm gonna use my tactical to go after Runar.
Okay. I will move you in turn order. Additionally, the creature looks like, according to my notes, it already had level 2 of Shroud. It now has level 3.
Does it?
That doesn't do anything
does
itself.
getting nuked impact its shroud?
Yes. Once, I think it's once per round. Basically, it'll if you hit it at Shroud, will go down. Once per round per character. So if 3 people attack it in 1 round, it'll go down to Shroud 0. If 1 person attacks it, it'll go down to Shroud 2. And if it has been attacked, its Shroud does not go up that round.
Or it does not go up through the regular Shroud stuff. I think it has a thing that gives it Shroud each
That's
turn.
true. It's going up through a passive, so that is different. Actually, you're right. Its Shroud would go up. Has it been attacked?
It's been attacked pretty much.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
So I'd like to work with a messed up loophole. I've realized that I can possess myself, draw a rune to see if it's the right one I want, and if it's not, unpossess myself in the same upkeep because of a combo effect of a couple of my passives.
You can
so I would
increase
like
your
to
own
do
possession.
that.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to have this creature is going to move as part of his upkeep. Can. I think it is going to. It likes actually. It might like where it is, at least in upkeep so far.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it stick? Like, I know I'm the target here. Wouldn't it stick around? It knows it's killing me.
Yeah. No, I was thinking not. It's probably going to stay near you, seeing if it around you to the other side or something, and then would block you. So it'll say where it is now.
So with healing, right? Because I'm healing one of my runes back up to what is it? To stun, because I have heal 5.
Heal 5 would
We'll
take
put it
it
right back
straight
to
to essence.
Okay, so do I get to choose which one of these 2 runes?
Yes, if they're at the same level, you get to pick.
Okay. Konzus is the green F, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take that. So this is gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, because I have, what are they called? I have Blood Drinker, which is heal +2 during upkeep, and then because I just recently got Rallying Pack Howl during upkeep, I heal +3 also.
Nice.
So I'm still bloodied though, which gives me a lot of good things.
So I'm going to draw one for possession and hope that it's a 33% chance that I need.
Okay. What'd you get?
And it is! It's green! I am possessed by a green spirit. So let's, I guess, draw to figure out what that one is.
Yes.
Don't you have Puppet Master, so it's like...
Puppet Master only affects
tell it-
opponents.
It'll affect opponents, but no, I am still full on possessed by something.
However, you have no green runes to spend, which was I think, your plan.
Exactly. So it's possessing me, but it has nothing that it can do. I'm still in charge.
Okay,
Control.
draw another rune. Let's see what color it is.
Indigo.
Just start writing down Darkest Dungeon quotes.
Oh no, this was a I guess it's a joke off of Darkest Dungeon, but I recognize it from Hades,
Ah.
where death is your boyfriend.
Marissa, do you want to draw the color of the rune?
I will.
Not
I've
really.
drawn the color of the rune. I'll draw one more to see what the other thing
That's
is.
what I meant. What-
Another green.
Another green. Okay.
Which means its agenda is to bide its time and join the winning side.
That is very up in the air right now. Which one? One of them is like it's intelligent. No, that's if it's a green rune, it's autonomous. And then you
Yeah.
draw again.
Which I did. The
Oh.
second again.
You got a third
I figured
green?
that the green rune for the first.
It's
you
not. You basically draw three.
No?
One
Okay.
for the type of rune it controls, one for the type of spirit it is, and in this case, draw one more time.
One for its agenda.
For this one is autonomous and intelligent, not rabid.
Okay, it is autonomous and make allies by helping out one side or another in the current conflict.
Cool.
Is this still during upkeep?
Yes.
Yes.
Just checking.
I think.
Oh, I was gonna make a recommendation for you, Indigo, because Marissa, did you draw a rune where you can do a ranged attack?
I can do a ranged attack. It's not going to be a very effective one, but it'll at least help reduce shroud.
Okay, that's really all we need. If you, Indigo, if you move down this way for your like movement, Marissa, you could come up here because this door is
Yep.
open. As long as you could get an
Exactly.
angle here,
And
you
I
could
think
hit
I can
him.
get an angle right. Click the button. Here is 4 away and gets me right in there.
Yeah, yeah,
I think the
because I'm
spirit
already cooked.
possessing you is trying to make allies with the other spirit to kill you.
Well, that's
Unfortunately.
convenient.
It has no
Fine.
power.
Next upkeep, if it causes me any issues, I can make it go away.
Yes, you can. You can banish it.
Could you go one more down, Indigo?
I wasn't sure. I can, yes. I had the movement too, but that's like on a pile of boxes.
Let me move you up and set check.
I think you're good
I'd
there.
say
It's
yes.
still half.
It's
Okay.
about
I would-
halfway empty, so I'd say
Yeah, it was halfway empty, and I understand it's a 5-foot stop sign I'm standing on top of, but still.
yeah. Yeah, you can
Just
move back
because
down there.
with that movement right there, if you go back down there, that text is clear.
Yeah.
And I think I can get out because now I have +3 movement, so I could get to here
If you're in
with
wolf
2
form?
runes.
Oh, with 2 runes.
No, because I have carried by blood, so now I have +3 move because I'm bloodied.
Are there
Alright,
difficult terrain rules?
Actually, maybe I haven't used them. I think it's just like you have to
Like
spend
snow
2.
and stuff,
It's like you
right?
just have to spend 2 runes instead of 1 to move over difficult terrain.
Okay.
I know that there is, again, another passive which says, yeah, you can totally move over boxes and people and through their spaces with no problems.
Agility.
And it's not mentioned anywhere else, so...
Yep. I think we're all good to
Okay.
go into action. I think we're good to go.
Let me
Uh,
double check that I have all of my healing done. I think I do. Yeah, my only damage is in drain, which doesn't help. All of my super healing powers, like, I can heal any sword wounds, but this stupid, like, soul damage is...
You know how I was so excited to be able to use that summon Seath and, be able to do this new character thing? The immediate thing that got drained right down to the bottom of unusable
that
was
rune?
that rune.
That sucks.
It was beautiful. Anyhow, for my first turn, that's reasonably easy. I will use one of my runes, it does not matter which, to move up to the spot considered. I will use the next rune to pay for the shroud in order to attack it, and then I will use the void rune to attack it. Now to go back to the battle map and actually do these things. So, move to here. which gives me a clear line of sight. Because I am
How big is
possessed.
that fire?
The fire is
because
actually
I-
quite low right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's just embers.
Because the guy tending it was killed.
Yeah.
Because I am possessed, I can add an extra range, amplify, or area tag. I'll add an extra range tag, and then I'll use the normal possessed opponent,
Okay.
which is my void rune, which I'm trying to find so I can see what it does. Oh, this is loading well. There we go. Okay, so it's deal 4 spiritual damage and possess it once. It can be countered with an S. Spiritual rune. The possession, at least.
So 4 spiritual damage is dealt to this thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it has some things. This is the first spiritual damage I think it's taken. So you take some of its death runes into drain.
Shroud down, at least.
Shroud. Oh, you paid an extra rune to Shroud. Excellent.
Yeah.
And then it will be level 1 possessed. Given everything going on here, yes, I think it is going to pay a spiritual rune to counter the possession.
Okay. I could hope.
Is that your turn?
That's it. That's 3 runes gone. Used.
Wisdom, which is your turn. Double check this thing now. Shroud downgraded from 2. Can go. It doesn't change between 3 and 2. The effect is the same.
Now, I am open to suggestions as to what I should do.
Let's see, can you get... You can
So-
get to around here.
I actually moved 10 if I use both my runes.
If
I
you
have-
use both your runes,
I have
you
a
can
movement of 5, not 4, if we're talking about.
Is
Oh,
there a
I just-
way?
I just realized there's no way I survived this.
There might
I-
be. Is
I
there?
can't get out of the way. There's no way.
Hold on. If he's
I
here,
have the power that lets me turn off my death aura.
if you can go into the corner instead, you'd be out of the range of his thing. So, like right there. Yep. If you go into this corner, you would be saved from it.
So, Wisdom could contingency to, as soon as Runar is out of the way, Wisdom runs in.
Can he contingency both those runes?
Yeah.
In this case, I would say yes.
It
You
would
can
be
contingency rune
contingency run to
chain.
the door and bar it with myself.
You could also just move once, and then your second move could be contingencyed, if you want to get closer.
What is the...
Because it only ever triggers an upkeep, though, we could also, not contingency, just do it and assume Runar moves.
Well, if you go
That's
here,
true. It does only
here,
trigger on upkeep. You don't
here,
have to
here.
contingency it at all.
I could move here,
Hold on.
but this is not a safe place for anyone.
Okay, hold on. If you use both your runes to move Zen, you could get. I assume you move 4, right?
Or do you
3.
move 3?
3.
You move 3. Ooh, and then 1.
Yeah, I can get here. That's it.
And then okay.
See, it's a lot easier to make sure I get everyone in my aura of death than it is to exclude people.
Oh man, you might want to just try and hit it, and then run to the corner. Then try to get some damage in, and then hope this cooks it to death.
So
Yeah,
the problem is it has a turn before
It will not
Yeah.
be cooked to death
I am-
until...
I am the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing in that room.
Is
And it
there
will
a-
Well,
just rip your head
Aldu,
off.
you're running up as well, aren't you?
I'm going after Runar though.
But you're going after, not before the creature. You
Not
are
before the
going before
creature,
the
no.
creature, rather. You are going before the creature.
Yeah.
I gotta start rolling worse on initiative, because my turns would get so much easier if I go after the monster.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have to worry about
Tactician
it
moving
running
it
away.
down.
You both have tactician, but yeah, if you can get up close to it.
I don't have Technician.
I thought, oh yeah, you have tactical
I have
advantage.
the
Runer and Outdoor.
yeah, I have the power that lets me move on upkeep, not move my initiative.
Anyways,
You're always just
Wisdom,
in range
what
by my
do you do?
calculations.
Yeah, I've been looking at all the permutations since I got into Roll20. This is it.
I think it's just that corner and hoping.
Yeah. I think it's strike and hope it can't move and attack you.
It can. It has runes.
Well, it spent a spiritual rune, right? If you hit it, one of its runes is either going to go from its damage already or from its hand.
You're vastly overestimating the amount of damage I can do right now. I have a knife.
Even if you can get it out of its hand, though, it can't use it anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, it'll just soak the damage if it's even going to take any damage from that knife.
Here is one option to keep in mind. If you ever want to indigo, you can, at will, once per round, lower the intensity of your, which will half its range and damage once it gets below. And then up it next turn.
Well, you can't.
Yeah,
up it
I
next
have
turn,
the
but-
power that lets me do that. I guess if you could do that always, I have the power that lets me do that anyway.
It says 1 level per upkeep phase / combat round.
For what is this from?
The aura description itself.
Oh, I also have the feat tap the source.
Okay, so then you can
Which-
probably do that multiple times
It's another plus or minus 1 to the intensity of my aura.
during upkeep.
It doesn't even say during upkeep. But that might be I didn't write the word upkeep when I moved the
Yeah,
description.
it says
to my
during upkeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can keep that in mind for the future.
Wait, actually, no. I think if I can do it anyways, then yeah, I will pump my aura down to 3 if I can do it once per turn.
And maybe
And then I'll
give a
put
couple of the
unclear.
bloodied runes.
In this case, I will allow it because we haven't. Okay, Asdis moved and did the thing, but that wouldn't have affected this, I think.
The one
No,
thing it
I
would have
already got
affected is
cooked.
the fact that he got cooked. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
good. You can.
Yeah.
Well,
So I
yeah.
would do the normal one, not my tap the source power, but the normal aura reduction. And then next turn during my upkeep, I can pump it back up to 4 before it pulses.
I just realized something horrific.
Mhm.
You can hit someone twice around with upkeep because you can lower it with the natural aura effect and then up it with your passive, and it hits once
It only
per
does 0 to 1.
Oh, only from 0
Yeah,
to
only
1.
from 0 to
Oh,
1.
Yeah, 0
I
And then
aura
on
is
upkeep.
0 to 1, and then on upkeep.
Ooh, so what you
So you
could
can
do
do it-
is
So if you burn the aura out on your turn, it hits. Then you can pump it up and back down.
Yes, and that
During
will
upkeep?
decrease the range. It won't hit every time. Yeah.
yeah.
But
if
during
you,
upkeep, you can hit it twice then, because if they're right next to you, you pump it back down to 0 and then pump it up to 1.
I don't think you can hit 0 from
You
4
hit
in
it.
one round.
I can't hit 0 because I'm at 4.
yeah,
I can go to 3.
If you were jumping up, it's constantly between 0 and 1, that would work, but otherwise,
Yeah,
no.
that's what I'm saying. Like just toggle on and off as you're standing next to the thing.
mhm.
I
Like we just
think
figured out with the possession.
it wouldn't work from. You'd need, just like you needed back in Yggdrasil, you need something to toggle it from 0 to 1. And then you can mess with it.
I think the
Yeah.
main use of that power is to be able to pump it up real fast.
Yeah. So
Anyways,
if you
so-
can,
At
If you
aura
knock it
0, is
down-
it still active or not?
No.
No.
Or
all-
0
it's
is
gone.
gone.
Okay.
If it's stuck around at aura 0, maybe. I think the answer might be I run to the bed, I pump the aura down a little bit.
yeah, if you run to the bed, the aura is now only
Has
2
plenty of
hexes,
hit
which
points.
means
We hope-
Runar could run out because now it's only going out to 2 hexes. You hit with your during upkeep. You hit with the aura first, and then bump it up to full. because then Runar's not getting hit by it when you bump it up
You have just double
because
moved.
it's already done it.
Is that right, Indigo?
Yeah, this is my suggested hand on the chess piece move to do this, and then have the aura be half size at the end of the
Yeah.
turn, not the full.
Yeah.
Because then, in order for him to run by you, hold on, I can move. I could try and set up something where he has to try and get by me also.
Can you get to here?
I could get to the door, yeah.
And Runar can move through allied spaces.
Uh,
Haven't
Well,
been
I
able
go
to do in a
after
batch.
Runar.
Yeah, Runar goes next.
No.
otherwise, no, people can't move through allied
So you
spaces.
move to
Ooh.
fill the hole after Runar does.
Yeah,
Oh,
block it in.
You know what I could do? What I
But then I'm
could
screwed.
do? No. I go after you, so you can
No.
move.
I can't. I have no clear line of movement. I have to spend 2 runes to move 3 spaces.
Oh,
Hmm.
I can't move through the guy. There's boxes here and a table here.
Oh, because this creature is blocking the only clear path, unless you move
Yeah.
into the corner.
Well,
That
can you
makes it
take?
much harder bait. Yeah.
Can you take 4 damage from the aura?
Technically, you have 5 hit points remaining.
Mm-hmm.
6 if it's
So-
spiritual damage.
So what I could do on my turn, I could run up to the door or around here and pull you through the door.
Yeah, because remember, you're not just restricted to that stuff. You can do verbs and stuff as a rune.
Because
And
I
push
for
and
sure
pull
could
is
take
a
more damage.
action.
The gambit here is that the monster doesn't chase Runar down.
Yeah, but he'd have to go through me and you.
Yeah, but except
wait
there's
a
no
minute, how-
attacks of upper.
How am I getting to the door? Like by spending
So,
both the runes to jump
what?
over the boxes?
And then I
Both
think
the runes there. I can get. I have 3 runes to play with. I now have 6 movement.
you can
I
get
can
there and
get
then
you.
pull him. Yeah, it'd probably put you
Yeah.
on the other side of Audun.
So if I
Two
get to like
hexes.
here,
You could,
if I pull him from here, I could swap spaces with him basically.
actually, yeah, swap spaces will work.
And I can take a half power pulse for sure because I have 1 rune in essence and I have 3 runes in hand. Well, you can't take my void rune, so technically 2 runes.
This is a hell of a gambit, knowing that it can translocate
Yeah,
and
the
swap
fact
boxes.
it could just like jump around the battlefield and we are so hamstrung by boxes.
But if it's gonna jump, it's gonna have to jump here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no. If we're swapping spaces and this thing's got a whirlwind attack, it would swap with you and attack Wisdom and myself.
If it attacks Astic and Wisdom, it has to. If it attacks Asdis or Wisdom, they both have Shroud. It has to pay a huge amount of to attack either.
Mm-hmm.
The shroud
Okay,
is such.
so therefore it swaps with Audun and kills me, because that's the path of least resistance.
That the shroud and the aura as a combo means that no one gets close to you, which is a hard combo with fighters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's also tough in a close quarters fight like this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
I'd say
committing to
let's
where
give
you
it a
are,
shot.
Wisdom?
Yeah, that's my play is go there and turn down the aura so it doesn't destroy everyone and everything.
Runar, what do you do?
Fair enough. I'm actually. Well, I need to spend both the runes to move.
Mm-hmm.
Is it both the runes to move, or is it half the movement? Is the question, because I have a passive that gives me +3 movement if I'm affected by a spell song.
Okay, let me double check.
Oh, interesting.
I might say it under move.
Here,
It
I'll
also
check.
gives
try
me
and
heal
find it.
1, which might help.
True.
So in this case with the barrels, I'd probably say it's half movement. I think.
Okay.
Comparing it to, there's a table of like shallow water, fresh deep snow, stumbling in the dark kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it's half movement. It doesn't cost 2 runes.
Okay. So I will,
It's a little bit of juice.
I will cast a spell song, which I'm not actually going to use the effect of. It's my void rune. Basically, anyone affected by the spell blink gains +1 focus if they perform a minor sacrifice. Not doing that, but I'll
You still
take
can
my heal
cast it.
+1 and my 3 movement, and
What's focus do?
Increases
Oh,
spell of power.
Oh,
Yep.
it's wizard buff. Okay.
Yep. And that gets me there with a +1 heal, spending both my runes.
Nice. Move from
Okay.
it too.
So
Wait a minute, can you
You're
heal
s-
drain?
You cannot heal
No.
drain.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
Then that
why,
was pointless.
yeah, that makes all of my healing powers useless against skeletons. It's because they suck my soul out, and now
Yep.
I'm just a stack of unkillable meat.
Yep. Audun, what do you do?
I think this is probably the better spot to pull you to. You're still gonna get hit by a pulse, but I think you just barely live.
Well, no, if you go here and then pull him behind
Yeah, pull
you
him
there.
this.
Sorry.
Well, it's more we're swapping spots, I think, aren't we? It's
I
less I'm
think they're
pulling him out.
I am good with either. They both have their ups and downs. You don't quite
think
block the
pull- I
hex if
think-
you don't swap spots. The hex
I
can
think,
be
yeah,
open
I think
still.
swapping spots is the tactical move.
because he can't move through.
If you spent a
He'd have to
second
spend-
rune, you could swap spots and then like push him away from you further.
I only have 1 rune that I can spend for that, so
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can.
they heal 1 plus the fact you have 5 hit points and you'll take 4 damage is what's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
heal
think,
1 actually doesn't work because all of my runes were in drain.
Okay, but
No,
you do
but
have-
wait, the heal 1 will be on upkeep, or is the heal 1 now?
No, the heal 1 is right now.
Ow.
Hmm. So doing that after the pulse, you'd have 1 hit point technically.
You would take 5 damage, I think, or did you keep your still level?
He kept everyone but me kept their
Okay, so yeah,
their
4 damage.
glory.
So yes, you would be unconscious but not dead. and
No,
could be
4
healed.
damage is 1 rune, not in death.
Yes, but he would be unconscious because all of he has no runes left in essence.
But I
I
could
think-
also
But then
heal
he
him
could be
instead.
healed.
I can
I
heal
could
him
also
too.
I could also do a heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all heal him too. It's
Okay.
for
I
some
think
reason
that's
the
the
wizard's
plan.
not the medic, but we'll get it.
Yep.
Like our
So-
wizards are the least medic, and our fighters are the medics.
So I am gonna move here for 2 runes. The 3rd rune I will swap places with Runar.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, you guys can.
So
I'm at a shadow monster.
Yep.
Try to hit me.
And then that is my turn.
Okay.
Wait.
Yes.
Cease and desist. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, hold on. It's it.
I just remembered a thing, and of course
Uh-oh.
my character sheet's not loading for some reason.
What is the thing?
Why is my character sheet not loading? Hang on.
For me, it took a
Continue.
little bit longer.
Worst case scenario, it's just going to add some movement.
Okay.
That might be what keeps you alive, though.
And now Roll20 is just refusing to refresh. Oh, good.
I can see if I can open your character sheet
Yeah.
because we all have access to each other's character sheets. Yes.
Oh.
What are you looking for? I got it open.
Oh, never mind. I got it.
Did I mess this up?
Yes. The boots. +1
Ah, the
evade bonus as
boots!
well as a
Oh.
+3 move bonus.
All right.
The boots.
So I don't need to pull you then, right?
You could have.
No, I can move 3 more.
Yep.
Excellent.
So one
All right.
you already moved because if the pull wasn't happened, then you already moved 1 more hex, and you can move 2.
Well, then, if I didn't have to pull him, I would have
Yeah.
did a contingency.
Done something else
Yeah,
with
so-
the third.
I would have done
Yeah.
something else with the 3rd one.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Do you
why
want
we
to go
got
down?
magic
Go,
items.
you might want to go this way instead. You might want to go this way.
Yeah.
It's still not getting out of the big pulse, but
No, but you don't. He's not big pulsed right now. He's 2.
Yeah.
It's
My little
He
pulse.
reduced it.
getting
So
out
if you
of
run
line.
down
It's
this
putting
way,
a wall between you and the creature, I think, so it doesn't.
yeah.
do
So
that
he
in
he
range,
can't teleport you. So now I'm here. I gotta figure out what runes I would have used instead.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't all
Um,
all generic stuff.
It was only 11 to get here, so technically you could have been able to move all the way to it.
Well, I only had 12 movement.
The door is
Yeah,
12.
and it was 11
right
to get to
before.
the door, wasn't it?
No, door was 12 because 11. The getting in the door involves
Yeah.
swapping places.
I
It
was, like,
11
here.
to get right next to, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
getting to the door was exactly 12.
So are you currently in wolf form? Is that
No.
why you're able to move so much?
I'm
Okay.
No, it's a
bloodied
bloodied
because
bonus.
yeah, carried by
Right.
blood gives me +3 move. When I'm bloodied. So, what was the rune to play to cancel his swap? Was it a spiritual rune, a physical rune, or a mental rune? Because it
I will tell you
would
this.
have just happened.
Yes, an unwilling opponent can play a spiritual rune to counter the swap.
Okay, I'm going to keep my void rune in hand because that is my spiritual rune.
Plant your feet.
Oh wait, so actually, I have a better question. Oh wait, that's Rato. Never mind. That's my bear form. So
You have a
if
bear
it's in
form too?
no, it's not bear form. It's just bear posture. So if it's in
Okay.
contingency and it does that, can I still play it to counter
No.
that?
No, you have
Okay,
to play it
so I
Contingency is
just
play. Contingency is
Okay.
playing the rune.
Okay, then
discuss.
I'm keeping it in hand to try and counter that swap. So I'm just being a wall.
Are we all good?
I think so.
Okay.
Hit me.
That went much better than expected, and now it's its turn.
Okay. The creature will move,
Everything's about to get worse.
and then, using its agility passive, will move through Audun.
Wait,
God.
wait,
Oh,
so
it
it-
just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just
For one
doesn't
rune.
matter.
It stops where it is here.
It
And
doesn't.
And does a 4 hex area.
no, it is going to yeah, let's do fuse mauling Audun, right? It's gonna maul
I
you.
have used mauling.
It's going to
Cool.
maul you. It is going to amplify it to leave.
Oh, he's gonna
Yeah, he-
kill me.
Once.
I mean,
He will.
amplified maul is what happened to me the last time, and that was not fun.
The
Yeah.
sacrifice has backfired.
Mm,
In addition, it is striking you from behind. It has the stealthy striker feature,
Is
which
it
means it
really
deals
facing?
extra damage.
There is
You
facing.
specifically, yeah, there is facing, and you were facing into the room.
I should have just closed the door.
You can spend a rune to face it, though, right? Something like that.
Can
Yeah,
I
it's
spend a
Yes,
rune to
you
face
can.
it? I'll do that because that
Okay.
might save me
It might.
Yeah.
because I can't counter mauling, so I will spend a rune to face it.
On the first attack, each round that it inflicts, it also inflicts impeded. You can play a physical to counter that, but you have level 1 impeded.
Nope.
No?
Okay.
And then an
that's fine.
amplified mauling, +3 damage,
So
+2
let me-
pierce. Just damage now.
Impeded. Boop.
16 spiritual damage. It is 8.
16 spiritual.
8, then
Okay.
doubled to 16.
Okay, so that pulls 1 to death, 1 to drain, so 15 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
That's 2 more in drain, and then 1 right before death.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now 1 is right below death,
Or right above.
right above death. So am I unconscious then?
You're unconscious.
You are
yeah.
unconscious. If you have no
Okay.
more
And 1 hit
runes
point
in
from
your
death.
essence. Oh
Yep,
no.
let me see. Yeah, my bag is empty. Oh, I die.
You're getting killed by the
aura.
aura.
Wait, can I heal first?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have
you're
healing,
unconscious?
passives still like work if they're fully passive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still have healing passives. So I will wake up and then get knocked unconscious again.
I can heal you too.
Excellent.
So let me do my healing first. and then you pulse me, or you heal me, and then pull. No, wait.
That's how it'll work.
Let's
I
see if
will
it's
heal
finished
you.
its
My
turn
pulse
yet.
will take down all of my own healing, and then you heal yourself.
Okay.
That's the order of operations.
The creature will then enter a stance. It will. What else can it?
I mean, I think it's done enough. I don't think it needs to do more.
It has so. This is the balance that is insane to me. Is like one bad guy will have 7 runes, and I'm working with 1.
You are working with 2.
Well, bad guys also have a void rune. They'll have
No, they do not.
They'll have a.
Only
No,
PCs
they don't have a
have
void
void
rune?
runes.
Oh,
okay.
okay, sorry. I'm working with 2, and they're pulling like 7. It's really hard to compete.
But you
So-
have a void rune and they don't. That's the
So
balance.
he moved. He mauled me. He amplified the maul, and he's entering a stance
The creature will then move some more.
and moving more.
Using an extra. Yeah, okay.
Does the stance confer the movement, or is it?
No. They are using a
Okay.
special ability to move extra fast. They can move +3. They can move 8.
Jesus.
There we go.
What? Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
And
Right.
they end their turn there.
Hey, guys, it's okay. This thing isn't interested in killing us. It's just horribly maiming us.
Horribly maiming.
I mean, it's aware of the death spiral. It's aware Runar isn't that much of a threat to it right now.
Okay. So now we clear.
Now we clear.
God, we're never gonna kill this thing. It just has to
Okay.
kite us until it can recover.
We'll see about
So-
that. There's definitely some big things that it's. There's a big brick wall it's about to run into.
Okay. So how much could you heal me for?
5.
You can heal me for 5. Okay. How does a minor sacrifice work? Can I do that with my void
Minor
rune or no?
sacrifice goes to stun,
Yes.
And
One rune
then-
goes to stun.
and then
But can I do that to my void rune or no? I have
No,
to have
void runes
something in
cannot be
essence.
sacrificed. Correct.
Okay, so this is gonna pull it into essence with your heal.
well, no, the heal brings it up to stun, and then
No,
it
because
is...
it's 1 above death, and you said 5, right?
Yes.
So it's 1,
It'll-
2, 3, 4 pulls it into essence.
Yes, and then you'll have another one
Oh.
that brings. If you have any runes left that are not in drain.
Everything else is in drain.
Okay.
Wow. Fun.
Okay, so if you pull it into essence,
Yes.
okay, and then hit me with your half damage thing.
Which is also 5.
Oh wait, that kills me because I'm level 10.
Yep. It's 5.
Oh no.
I can nullify my own damage. That's all I can do to you. You must have your own healing.
Well, if it hold on, so is it as soon as it goes to death, it kills me?
If all of your runes are in death or below, dead.
Just immediately, even if I have heal that would pull it back up?
Yes, but the order of things in upkeep itself is somewhat, like, malleable. What sort of thing do you have that would heal you? Because if you both heal you before the aura. But if it's like you have a max of 5 hit points and this thing does 5 damage, basically.
Yeah, there's no way it's not gonna put it down into death.
I don't think
I
so.
I have heal that will heal me 5 total, but
Let me
if it
double-check.
immediately, as soon as it hits death, I die, then I can't stop it.
Okay, let me double check. That's when a dweller dies. I don't think I have a specific thing. It's damage types. Okay, let me check the rules here. Is it like at the end of the round if it's all at death, or is it immediately?
I could also just walk you out of the aura. I could also walk
Oh.
out of the aura before it pulses.
Oh, that would work. That would
You
just
could
save
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to make sure if, just for future reference, about it as soon as it enters death.
A dweller dies when all of the runes are in this pile, and there's nothing coming back. According to
so
page
immediately,
87.
when they're all in the death pile, you're dead.
Okay.
So the only way for you to live is that first thing that happens during upkeep is I get you out of the aura, making.
So you'd have to move. How much do you move?
Here, I can move 5.
And then you
Okay,
reduce the
and
aura
then
size, so I will do that.
It's already been reduced.
Yeah.
The aura's already been reduced.
So-
The aura's
So
at
he can
3 now.
pulse it and hit no one, and then you can bring it back up to put it back in the aura. Right?
I think it's too mobile to try and do that too, and honestly, I'm not going to be moving if I can help it.
It's so mobile. Like, I'm gonna have to ditch the aura.
I'm not sure about ditching it, but I think keeping it small is a good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 3 for now. So if like something comes up and I can kill it by
Your
pulsing
shroud
it up.
goes up every time you're not targeted, and I don't think you've been targeted since you got shroud.
No, my shroud's at 4.
Yeah. And Asdis, your shroud just went up to.
Yeah, my shroud's at 4 as well.
Ooh.
That's
I
the
have
book
an
wall it's gonna
idea.
hit. It's gonna give up so many runes to try and attack you too.
I have an idea that doesn't actually help. Never mind, because all of our stuff's in drain. Zen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say we close the door. You run back in the room. I close the door. We're on this side of the door. That all the shroud people could try and hit each other, and we'll just try and sit in here and heal
This
or
thing can
guard
walk
the
through
door.
walls.
Yeah, but if it comes
You saw it
through, then
walk
we
under
have
the
ready
door.
actions.
Yeah.
If you're blocking the door, you're taking the people who were scared and trying to protect out of the fight, so we don't have to protect you anymore.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now we
If we
can
close
go
the
all
door-
out.
yeah. If we close the
The
door,
anime thing.
it has to crawl under the door to get to us, and we can hit it. Like, just set up contingencies. Like, if it comes under the door, hit it.
This
You've got
isn't-
some bedding, like stuff it under the cracks.
I think that's the only way we all survive.
God, why is this everything's so hard to kill? I just wanna.
I'm just looking for something in this room we could actually use against this fucking thing.
It doesn't
So,
seem to be hurt by light.
how is everyone with upkeep, or how are we with our upkeep actions? Let me check this thing's upkeep. It could move. I don't think it wants to though. Actually, it's gonna like.
Oh,
go right
wait,
there.
how close is Runard to me? I totally just forgot.
And
How?
its shroud
You're one away.
goes up due to its passive. It does not go up because it was attacked.
So it's at 3 shroud again?
Yes, it went down to 2, and now it's back up at 3.
I am going to play a contingency for some reason, because, spirits do not get control of me, thank you. And the contingency, if I can get to the playmat, why are my macros suddenly broken? Is, let's see. If it interacts with me.
That's very vague.
Yes, I know.
I think I need something slightly more specific. If it attacks you or casts a spell on you? Like, you can have
Or
attacks or
tries to
cast a
counter
spell.
me. Or
If
tries
it,
to counter
if it tries to counter you, like counter a
Yes.
spell of yours, okay, that works. If it tries to counter a spell you cast, that's a good contingency.
So I can't use a void room to amplify any of my spells, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to?
Yeah, you can.
It's the same color.
Yeah, what color is your void rune?
Red.
It'll count as a red
I
meta
did-
tag.
God damn it. Okay. That doesn't help. I need a blue rune to make it ranged. Well, the meta tags for range are usually blue. And for the one spell, like the one rune I have, its meta tag for range is blue. And if I walk up to it and be like, if I walk up to it to use my spell, it'll just spend any rune because it has alarmingly more runes than me. and I will be out of runes because it costs 1 to walk there, 1 to cast the spell, and it'll just spend 1 to ignore the 2 that I just spent.
You also won't actually be able to hit it because it's got Shroud on, so you have to.
Oh, you're right. I can't even hit it.
Hold on. What is? I thought Shroud was like what's in essence.
No, it's level. I think we checked that, but yeah,
I mean,
it's your essence value. I think, not what's in essence. But I could be wrong.
It's a quarter of your essence. You have to pay in order to actually hit it for the first time.
Shroud.
So I think it would cost me 2 runes to even swing at it.
1/4 of
No,
destiny.
3.
runes.
It would cost me 3 runes to
If
swing
it's
at
at
it. 'cause
max,
it's
it is not a max. It's quarter rounded down, rounded
yeah,
up.
but I have 9. What is my
Oh
rune
right, your
count?
essence is super high.
It's the highest you can get at
No,
the starter.
it's move 1/4 of destiny runes. Round up.
Oh, destiny. That's very different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
wait,
so if that's the
yeah.
case, it's still 1.
It's still 1.
Yeah,
rune.
1. It's 1 to hit, 1 to do it, and 1 to make it ranged. I don't have 3 runes to spend at any given round.
It says from in hand to in play.
Yeah.
Yep, so you
1/4
play
destiny
them.
rune from in hand to in play.
Mhm.
Does that mean that 1/4 of the destiny runes in your hand have to be played?
No.
No, just the destiny value. How many you turn.
Okay.
It's also what it is grappling with. It's now that it's fighting the 2 shrouded individuals.
Yeah, it just means that I can't hit it, because even if I walk up there and pay the rune, I can't walk up there, pay the rune to hit, and hit. Because that's 3.
Yeah.
I can't pay the rune to hit, amplify, and hit. Because that's 3.
You almost need it to just hit you, because then you get your
Yes,
reaction.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
all. That's my only tactic. Is hit me. Fucking hit me.
You're gonna have to probably turn your aura off for it to try.
Yeah. So if I could turn the aura off and keep the shroud, the aura is like less useful than I want it to be.
Yeah,
In this fight.
Only
If you're
harmed
surrounded
us
by
this
if you're
fight.
surrounded by enemies, then it will destroy them.
Yeah, but it's my void rune is what gives me this aura. This is my
Yeah.
void rune
This
power.
is your thing. You remember? Here's the thing, though. Remember, you can also cast this spell on other people.
I cast the
Well, they
spell.
don't.
The spell drops dots that you pick up.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
that's
yeah.
what I mean. You can cast it for other people to walk over as well as yourself.
Yeah, the power play in the future might be wolf form with shroud 4
Yeah.
and aura 4.
Yeah.
Doggy runs through the aura. That's what happens.
That would be, yeah, that is some Fenrir levels, just
that
killing
might
everything
be
around you.
that might
I
be
think-
the open combat like the open field combat
If
strategy.
we prepare for combat, that is the play.
It's a void rune for him,
is,
so he doesn't even need
Yeah,
to.
it's the wolf with the death aura.
Yeah. That is what we call attack pattern Ragnarok, because that's literally what it looks like.
Yeah, the celestial wolf.
Running through an ash cloud and just latching onto someone's jugular and burning them with
Radioactive fangs.
Yeah.
All right.
Next time.
So
if I survive this,
Asdis,
sounds like a good
if we're good with upkeep, Asdis, what do you do? Oh, I actually before that, I was considering doing a contingency for it.
First thing I do on upkeep is I do the Rune of Blood on Adun.
Well, yeah, we already did this. This happened.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Yes.
to clarify the upkeep, I did first the Rune of Blood, then I moved out of the range so I don't nuke them.
Mm-hmm. You pulsed it, and then...
Yeah, safely
Are you
discharged.
Yeah. Are you going to lower the intensity or increase the intensity? Again, because do you want it off or do you want to keep it on?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pump it down to 2, or is it 2?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll reflect that on the sheet.
I am going to make a contingency that is when targeted.
That sounds like fun. Okay. Are we into the action phase?
I think we.
I'm triggering that contingency. right
no.
away.
Wait, your contingency is when it counters you. It hasn't. Oh, I see.
No,
It's
she's targeting
contingency.
it. Yeah.
I'm spending one of my runes to get rid of Druid Shroud, and then I am attacking it with my Void Rune again, which, because I am currently possessed, will be amplified. So we're looking at, I think it's 6 spiritual damage and level 2 possession.
Because you're amplifying it. Very nice. Okay. This is a spell, right?
This is a spell,
It is going to spend a rune to counter your spell, which then
which
will
will
trigger
cause
your
my
contingency.
contingency to trigger. Yeah. Did its contingency trigger from being targeted first?
I think they both
Oh,
trigger
no.
at the same time, potentially.
I think yours triggers first from the targeting, and then mine triggers from the canceling.
Okay. It is slashing you, spending enough runes, a mysterious amount of runes, to bypass your shroud and reduce its level from 4 to
And that is, I think, because the shroud is full, half of its runes rounded
half
up?
rounded up. That's how much it spends to attack you. With
Okay, and that's 4 to 3.
the all-familiar, but this time unamplified, Maul.
Oh, okay.
However, it entered a stance before, and it is its first attack per round. But remember, you can remove this if you need to minor sacrifice to get rid of it. It's not attacking from behind, obviously, this time. So, check what damage it does, which I'll check sheet for because it'll auto-calculate all. So, you gain level 1 impede pounce, and it deals 8 damage. Looks like.
Level 1
That-
impeded.
Yes, it is. 8 damage.
And 8 damage.
So that was its contingency to attack?
Its contingency was to attack if someone targeted
If
it.
being
It was
targeted.
either that or expecting Wisdom to maybe run up and hit it, though.
Yeah.
And then
So-
you cancelled?
So
And then you
the-
used another rune to cancel the spell?
Yes. I did.
I think it played 5 runes.
Yeah,
4 to
that
5.
the counter attack would also impact the shroud, though. I just wanted to.
Does it? Okay. It
Yeah, 'cause
paid the
you have
runes.
to
It paid the runes to bypass the shroud either way. And
Yeah,
it did.
no, I'm not saying it did. I'm just making sure those were calculated, so
Yep.
it can't run away from me this time.
The creature has now spent all of its runes before its turn.
Hey!
Okay.
Like
so
I said,
my
the brick wall of
contingency-
shroud is what is hitting now.
Yeah, you
My
just need to get out of the way.
My
Marissa?
contingency triggers, and it was also a Ewa rune, which is no, it was the P thing, one show. Which is Invoke the Shadows, which is inflict the blind condition with a +1 intensity, while a +1 intensity shroud is implied on you. Again, I am possessed, so it's amplified, so +2 blind, and shroud is back max.
Wow.
+2 blind is exactly the same thing as shroud. It has to pay its runes in order to attack.
So it now
And
has
now-
to pay half of its runes.
And its shroud went
order.
down to 2 because you bypassed
It now
the
has
rune.
to pay a quarter of its runes because of blind, and half of its runes if it attacks
And it
either
is
of
out
us
of rune,
shrouded
so it
people.
cannot counter the blind. Or this spell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Do you have runes left to get out of the way?
No, I don't.
Can you take half your level in damage?
I
You haven't taken much
can
damage. You almost
afford it. It's
immediately
not going to
shrouded.
help, but I'm fine for the moment.
Can you do it if I heal you for 5?
I can do it even if you don't heal me yet. I have 2 things in drain.
I have 1 rune in drain and no other wounds because I heal like 9 around.
Yeah, it's going to make
Asdis-
it so it's a lot harder for me, and I'm going to be down, not drawing my full runes, but I should be alive. I can't take it too many times, though.
Yeah, I think what you can do is if you just stand next to her on upkeep, you pulse and then heal her immediately, and that should put that rune that you took in damage back into essence.
Yeah, the order doesn't matter if it's not going to drain in this case.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Cool.
And it's not the final rune.
Mm.
I was going to ask something. Oh, did you deal damage to this creature just now as part of this? Or just the shroud and blind?
The countered thing dealt damage, but you countered it. It was just Shroud and Blind with this one.
Good tactic.
Oh shoot! You didn't knock down its shroud.
Yes, I
she
did. Oh,
Oh, you did?
Is it
Yeah,
is his shroud gone or is it at 1?
It reduced by 1 level from 3 to 2.
so it's back down to 2
Yeah.
again?
So do I need to pay to target?
Yes.
Yeah, it's per person. We checked this before.
Oh, God. All right. I'm not totally out of options. It's just that, like, I only have 2 runes, so if it's one to move and one to hit, it has nothing to stop my spell. I can
However,
hit it
it
real.
can't move, which is good. So if you can
Yeah,
move
it
next
can't move.
to it,
So you could at least set
If you
up
catch up to
moving
it,
next
then
to it,
yeah,
and then maybe
and then
healing or anything.
your aura could then start hitting it finally.
Well, my
Yeah.
rune is like the spirit damage attack that I have. So if I
Well,
did
you
not
can't
have
counter
to,
right now. Oh,
yeah, but
right.
it has
you have
shroud.
attack. Yeah.
It has
So-
shroud. I don't have the
so-
runes for this.
I think you both have the same ability of moving on upkeep. You just do your move on upkeep after it does its move on upkeep, and then
Yeah.
hit it with your aura. I think that's what
Yeah.
you have to do.
Yes, that's exactly what the plan is.
Here's one thing with Shroud I just realized. It also affects allies. So you can't heal Asdis without bypassing her Shroud. I just checked. Anyone except the recipient who wants to target them with an active power generic action has to pay.
Well, the heal is a passive power, isn't it?
Oh, is it a passive power? You were summoning
Yeah,
Roy?
that's the root of blood.
Then never
It's
mind.
a passive power.
Yeah, Shroud only applies to active or generic, so can. Never mind.
So you can move up to it and then see if there's any other generic actions that will be helpful. Let's see.
Can I spend my other rune to get some information about the shadow monster of death?
There is a thing for that. What type of rune
Yeah,
are you
assess
spending?
It's a
opponent,
blue.
mental rune.
It's a blue
Blue
rune.
is exactly what you need. By playing a
That's
mental
what I
rune,
have.
a player can assess the level of an opponent after observing them during at least one round of actions.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell me about the shadow monster.
What's its level is probably what you want to know.
that's specifically what you get with playing one rune. If you play 2 runes, you will know what actually some of its active powers, even though I'm already saying
I don't
this.
have 2 runes.
I know. I'm just giving the details of how this works.
What's its level?
Also, as a reminder, when receiving any healing, a player can play a spiritual rune to get +1 healing for that thing if they're desperate for healing. This thing's level is way higher than it's level 24.
Oh, so
Hey, we calculated right.
wait. It paid all 5 runes, right? That's all it has in its hand. Half of 24 is 12.
It's gonna take 12 damage. Yes.
It's gonna start hurting.
I think it's already hurting because he used to have 7
Is-
runes in hand.
Yeah. I think those were put into drain, weren't they?
Yeah,
One was for sure
because
pulled into
I
drain
did-
this time.
I won't say.
I did 6 spiritual damage to it, so that was taking its death into drain before anything else.
Okay. And I don't think it heals. At least we haven't been shown that it heals.
All right,
so.
that's my turn. I figured out it's level double mine plus some.
Get back in the room. Get back in the room.
Runar, you are conscious.
Mm-hmm.
What do
You
you
survived this round.
Are you're thinking of
It's
something?
still got shroud up, right?
It
Yes.
does. It is getting lowered, but this thing has a passive that is increasing its shroud every. So you'd need 2 people targeting it per round to give it a negative to shroud.
Yeah, which is sort of what I was thinking of doing because I can shoot it with my bow and arrow, but
It has no
Not the
defense right
worst
now.
idea.
yeah,
Do you have
it doesn't
to do
have
damage?
No,
to do
you just
to
have
get
to
rid of
target
shroud?
it with anything.
Yeah,
Oh.
targeting hits the shroud.
Because we don't. I think it still has its teleport ability, so it might be better for us two to go back in the room and close
Also,
the door.
keep in mind, everyone has shroud against it because it has blind.
it's used
It's-
all its runes that way. It is utterly
Yeah, I haven't
defenseless
technically
until
told. I haven't. You're not
Right
supposed to know
now.
that, but yes, it has.
But even if we didn't know that, it
You know
does
it paid
have the,
for. You know it paid to target a huge amount of.
You know it's paid to target. You
shroud.
know it has blind because
Yeah.
of the last power paid. So you have a
It basically
buffer
has to pay
there for getting
3/4 of its
targeted.
runes to target 2 people and a big chunk of its runes to target 2.
Mhm.
I think it makes sense for you safe to attack it right. I would think it is safe to attack it right
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll shoot it with the bow.
'Kay.
Why not? Take the shroud down. I won't
Okay.
do anything else, but so what does the bow actually do? I never use this thing.
now. Is it a short bow or long bow?
Short bow.
All right. Are the stats input on the character sheet for it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, they're actually no. I just wrote them in. They're not in the boxes.
So okay.
It
That's
is.
still-
So it's-
I have it also. It's
Yeah.
PDF1, Pierce 2, range 10.
So
So I think
one
it's like
damage, one pierce.
Physical damage
damage, two
factor is
pierce.
PDF.
One damage, two pierce. Okay.
Okay. You deal 1 damage to this creature.
Yes.
And take
Thank
down
you.
the shroud.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And its shroud level goes down from 2 to 1.
So we're at shroud 1. It's gonna go
please
back up
turn
to
it off.
2. We can knock it, but it's gonna get the ever-present shroud makes this a lot harder of a fight too. More than any of its like teleporting abilities, the fact that every upkeep it goes back to one shroud no matter what we do.
And I've been spending every single turn taking that stupid shroud.
But
Oh well.
now it has no option to like run away through another door, unless it just like
Yeah.
leaves and runs away completely.
Well, it is blind, so it's
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it probably doesn't know where to go at this point.
It's not. None of you or it are familiar enough with this place to know for sure where to go.
And it can trip
fair.
over some chairs and whatnot.
Yeah, there's
Finally,
tables and
horrible
benches.
terrain is working to our advantage.
All right, Runar, you shot it with a bow. It hit. It did damage. Audun, are you conscious?
Is there? I am conscious
Okay.
because he healed me and then ran away.
Yeah. So you have your one normal rune
One
and
rune.
one void rune.
Welcome to my
I have
world.
my void rune.
Yeah.
Wait, it's just your
I
void?
can't maul
you
it from
both.
here.
You can't
No,
target it
'cause
from here either.
I didn't weird
Oh,
that
the
rune.
healing is
Oh,
off
because you got it
and
after. Yeah,
weird.
yeah. So you just
Because I
have
got
the
it
void rune.
afterward.
Healing is
I
after
just have the-
weird.
Can I even do anything with that
No,
one rune
no,
other
you
than
can't.
move?
No, you can do
You could
nothing.
move.
I still think retreating is probably the best
I-
option for you.
What is your void?
Mauling.
I mean, what color?
Spiritual.
That can negate a spell, right?
I mean, it's not. It's out of
Or we
runes.
could have healed him one more because
If you spent it, you could have received one more
Well,
healing.
all my
but-
other runes
yeah.
are in drain.
So healing doesn't benefit you anymore.
Wait, hold on. I saw this earlier. This is probably a bad thing to do, but I want to look at it. Can I beseech a higher power?
Yeah.
Yes, you
No, not
can.
with the amount of runes you have.
Oh.
It's always bad. Do
You
not.
Can,
Oh.
but
Don't,
shouldn't.
Oh, please don't.
Okay.
I love those
All right,
options in
cool.
games with like, yes, you
Not
can
doing
tell
it.
about the power of the gods, but you will melt.
Yeah,
You'll piss them off.
you will get the angered response that will backfire at
Like,
best.
I have special
okay.
powers to beseech them, and I'm still not doing that.
Am I close enough? Like, I'm in the doorway of our room, right? Where all of our gear was that I didn't pick up. Can
Yeah.
I use my rune to pick up my short bow?
I think you have to go. You have to use a rune to move over to it first. I don't think you're.
Okay.
Your rune to
Uh,
find it, because it's verbs. We find your short bow, pick up your short bow.
Asdis
It'll be
was
one
here.
thing.
Runar, I
I
think,
was, like, here.
Yeah,
It would be
Runar was
like
there.
one thing if like when I picked up my gear because it was immediately after it started, so I was
Yeah.
already in the space with the gear. So
Yep.
finding it wasn't something I'd have to do. I knew where it was. It was before the fight.
Yep.
But now it's a rune to find, a rune to pick up.
Well, yeah, a rune to get to and a rune to pick up. Yeah.
That's what I meant by find. I think it's a rune to get it in a position where you can pick it up.
And then it's technically another rune to arm it.
Is there like knives and stuff on the table?
No.
Don't see why not, but
There
knives
might be a
aren't
cheese
exactly
knife.
helpful.
And
What-
something I could throw later.
I mean, there's mugs on the table. You can throw
Yeah, I
those.
say bugs are a more likely scenario for something to find.
They're not
left
gonna
on
have
the
gears,
table.
but they should hit something.
Is it enough to reduce shroud at a later date?
Yes, you could-
Targeting with the mug reduces
It
shroud.
does.
I'm gonna move here.
we'll just start throwing
with
tomatoes at the creature. No, get out of here!
I'm gonna move right there. move right there to be next to a mug to possibly reduce shroud later.
It's not a bad strategy against the shroud. Just keep pelting it with garbage.
Yeah.
It's trying to go ahead of me then, maybe, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck reducing that final shroud no matter what.
So
Yeah.
that's your turn.
Hmm.
On its turn, it does nothing. So let's clean up and go to the next round.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's go.
It's kind of nice only having one rune because I'm just moving them up and down. Doesn't matter anymore.
okay.
My Rado rune's the most useless rune.
The
I
power
think
of
it's my bear
generic
posture.
actions. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm impeded. So how much could I only move half, right?
You can only move half. Do you have movement on upkeep?
Uh,
Oh, I see. Moving to the
no,
mugs.
'cause
Yeah,
I'm
there's like
so-
mugs here.
hold on.
You can just move here.
Yeah, I want to be close enough to be able to pelt it. I'll go there.
Okay.
I was
The
impeded.
creature will move here, staring at Wisdom, daring him to come closer with his aura.
Wait, sorry, I was weirding, checking all my powers. Give me a second.
I'm healing my impeded with Stout.
Oh, I also during upkeep.
Wait, he's blinded.
I reached.
The creature can't move.
He's-
On
yeah.
that will still affect his upkeep move, so he can't move without paying runes. Never mind. Does not know you two are there.
Oh.
Dang, it's gonna maul the shit out of him.
Yeah. Ooh, I have
Um,
my mid-combat healing rune up, so
Indigo,
Okay.
do you have tactical?
I have the other tactical one. I have the run-around tactical.
You have the
one.
runny one,
Yeah.
not the move turn one.
Yeah.
Its shroud increases from 2 to 1. It does really
mean 1
want
to
to
2?
get rid of. Yes, my bad.
Okay.
It does want to get rid of blind, so let me double check that.
I'm gonna move above wisdom for this next round.
I think should I do that too, just to throw a mug?
If
I
you're
mean-
gonna keep throwing things, getting as high above me and Wisdom are probably good.
Okay. Jordan?
Oh, but I can. Okay, so actually, it's still shrouded. Yeah, so I'm gonna move above wisdom also.
There we go. Let me check blind. I think it
So it
fact-
should only have shroud 2 if it goes up.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Up
So-
from 1 to 2.
So if Asdis hits it down once, okay, we've got one in reserve just in case.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to do your pulse, Indigo?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the best
Okay.
place to move with my re. It might be there, like to circle a beast.
Mm-hmm. I think you're still hitting Astis with it though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
could
still
you move
hitting
like
Asdis,
Okay.
but it gets you far.
here?
No, any spot around it will hit Asdis.
It will get rid of its
Yeah.
blind during upkeep. Because it
Fully?
is.
It was at blind too.
It blind, you can play a rune to remove it, and it's doing a minor sacrifice to remove the other part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got 3 runes left.
Let me know when you're pulsing, because I guess that'll undo my healing, but it'll
now that it
Well-
is not
bloody.
blinded,
I gave you the rune of blood, so my pulse just will nullify that.
okay,
You just
perfect.
don't include my healing in your calculations, and you're fine.
My healing then took it up to essence, your pulse will take me back down to death, and then your healing will put me back out of death.
just yeah,
Back
yo-yoing your health.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
my healing and the pulse for you are the same amount right now. This will stop being a fungible strategy when you increase level. When you go above level 10, it doesn't matter anymore. It's still going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But
The creature wants to move, but you're pulsing first.
or I thought
said
you said it couldn't move.
It
Yeah.
I thought you said it wasn't moving.
I thought it wasn't moving because it blinded. I just got rid of its blind. It was planning to move,
Okay.
but upkeep kind of happens in the order you say it.
Yeah.
You're saying you're pulsing
Then I'd
before
say,
setting
yeah,
it.
you pulsed first.
Yeah, I pulse first then.
Uh,
I
So it
would
takes
I
like
would
12
move
damage.
Yeah, I would move differently if I knew it was moving. I would move to follow it.
So you're pulsing basically while still standing next to me. Your move is still in
Yeah.
reserve.
Yeah.
If it moves, I will use my same power to move to follow it, but if it's not moving, I circle. Does that make sense?
Yes, but only one thing happens at a time, so it's up to you. It's like
Okay, I will pulse first because that makes the most sense.
Okay.
And if it moves, I will spend my move to follow it.
Took
If it does
5
not move,
damage.
I will spend my move to circle it.
Yeah. Then another 5 damage and 2 damage. Okay.
How? Hey, Wisdom, do you want it to move away, or do you want it to stay where it is?
It doesn't matter. I just don't want to have to spend. I only have 2 runes, and if I have to spend one of them to move to catch up to it to hit it, it's hard to do anything.
Now that it
Okay,
can
I'm
see,
going to set a
it's going
contingency to
move.
say. I'm going to set a contingency before anything of if it moves away from me.
Okay.
The moving is an upkeep. It would be the
That's
upkeep.
okay.
it's
It doesn't
upkeep,
matter. The
yeah.
contingency will set off anyways.
You can do that. Contingency can be set during upkeep and triggered during upkeep. It moves. Well, it knows you're preparing something because that's in character. Doesn't want to get pulsed again. Doesn't want to get anything again.
Doop doop doop.
Haha!
Well, you can take that back because I'm gonna take, or I'm considering taking this back. That's sort of what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because it's like, okay, it
Also-
knows you're gonna do a thing if it moves.
I assume that I would do it while it is still relatively near, or at least a step away. Not,
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
the other end.
Well,
Okay.
no. Let me say that right now. Usually I think it'll happen. Like it. Does it happen at the end
Well,
of the move
because-
action? Yes, it will
No, no,
happen
no,
partway
we did
through.
this
We
last
did
time.
this last time.
We did this last time
Yeah.
when Wisdom opened the door.
Yeah, you're right.
It was as
it'll
soon as the
happen.
door
It'll
opened.
happen as soon as it starts moving. It'll move down
Okay.
here, and then it'll keep moving after you're done.
That's fine because I have one route step away. We're good.
What is your thing?
Same thing as last time. We're going to blind and shroud this thing.
Okay, I will have it finish its move action that it already started, but then the blind will affect future.
Fair. It gets hit
Yeah.
on the way out, and the spell.
So it sees where everyone is right now,
Yes.
and then it gets blinded.
Yeah, okay. I'll
So
fin-
blind 2, its shroud should be down to 1 now.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it is actually moving away. But it is, that's the direction it moves.
How does it move 6?
Because I miscalculated. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's blind 2, shroud down 1.
Okay.
And my lovely contingency.
What does it need to counter the blind?
Let me check. One Joe. That thing is. Sorry, trying to find it. There we go. It does not say in the move, so I'll have to go check the blind condition. when
Blind
I'm here.
condition says physical, actually. Okay. It's going to play a rune to counter 1 level of the blind. It still has other level. It's just blind 1 instead of blind 2.
Okay.
Which
I
is
think
still a
it's
quarter of its runes.
I think it's played 3 of its runes because I think it might just draw all of its runes at once.
How
Because
did
it
it
played
play
5
3?
last turn.
How did it play 3 this turn?
So-
It played 1
so
to
it-
counter the blind.
Oh wait, no, it did 2 minor sacrifices to get rid of the blind.
It
Yeah.
did not do 2
No,
minor
no, one
sacrifices.
minor-
It did 1 sacrifice and 1 play.
So it played 1. Sorry, and then it's done. So it's played 2 runes.
Yeah, and done 1 minor sacrifice, which I think got picked up at the end of.
Probably got picked up. Yeah.
So 2 of 5 has been played.
And it's Shroud 1.
It's shroud 1 right now, yeah.
Okay.
That's that was still all upkeep. Are we all good for upkeep? Done?
Yep.
Runar.
All right.
Runar?
No,
it was
Asdis.
Asdis first.
It was
Like,
already on
what?
Asdis. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to attack it again. With my possess opponent thing. I'll pay the 1 to knock its shroud back down to 0 finally. And then possess opponent with range. So possessed 1, and it should be 4 spiritual damage.
Okay. It is going to gate to the possess level, and that's it. Takes 4 spiritual.
So it's
And its shroud is out now, right?
Shroud is now gone.
Nice.
and yeah, okay, and it can play that rune even while being blinded.
Yes.
All right.
It
getting this thing.
is checking. It is now bloodied.
I think it's just been having all of its runes in hand. That's probably what's been happening.
No, it's half its runes in
Are
death or
in
below.
death or below, but we drew a
Not
lot of
death.
it into. Oh no, halfway in below, right?
Yeah, halfway to death and below.
Mm.
Runar.
Okay.
If Asdis is done.
I'm gonna do my. Yeah, are you done, Astis?
Yes, I'm out of runes.
Okay. I will do my 1 damage.
Okay. It takes 1
Oh,
damage.
you could shoot it twice with 2 runes.
No. The coward is going to survive. So one one physical rune to shoot it, and then I'm gonna use my void rune to
Heal yourself, I think.
what is it
Can
called
you?
again? Touch the essence. What the fuck? Healing is worthless right now. Everything's in drain.
Okay.
Yeah, Yggdrasil's presence. There we go. So again, just getting my 3 movement out of that to move up here. And my next 3, 1, 2, 3 from the boots.
Those boots are useful.
Mm-hmm. Those boots are made for walking.
Is it still a rune to cower behind things, like take cover?
Take cover, I think, would work. You can use that probably to gain.
I mean, cower's a verb, so yeah.
Cower is a verb. You can use generic actions if it makes sense. Like some of the literal examples show, like inflicting or gaining conditions based on generic actions. Some of the official examples.
How do I generically give myself microwave aura?
So I think you will get a level of shroud. This is not one automatically because it's not magic. I think the
If you
cover
have the rune to
simply
play
count
it.
as shroud.
Yeah, I don't have the rune, but I was just wondering if like fictionally we're determining cover, or if like you have to play a rune to get cover.
Yeah, I think you still.
I
Okay.
think it's a rune to take
Okay.
advantage of cover.
Yes.
I'm going to spend a rune to grab a mug.
You
And I
armed
will-
yourself with a mug.
Yep, I'm gonna spend another rune to do exactly what Runar just did, but it's flipping the bench I'm right next to over to like give me cover.
Okay. You have level 1 shroud. It will not increase because it's not a special effect or something like that. Yeah. Okay. That's your turn.
Where is Shroud? Yes, that's both my runes.
So now literally all of you have effectively shroud or cover. Wisdom.
Hit
I
it!
mean-
You could do it!
I hit it
All right.
for 2 damage.
It doesn't have shroud, so you can hit
Yeah.
it twice. You've got 2 runes.
I don't have 2 physical runes.
You could use any rune. Oh, no, wait, you need a specific thing
You-
to do.
If you have a smaller weapon, you can use any rune to hit. If you have a larger weapon, you need a physical rune.
I have a size 5 broadsword because I'm cool.
Mm.
Actually, two-handed, doesn't that mean anything?
If you're two-handing it, you can use
I
any
am
color.
two-handing it.
Then you can use any color for a size 5 weapon. You
Do
just need a
it.
physical for a size 6 weapon if it's in 2 hands.
Yeah,
Hitting
2
it.
it
quick
twice.
flashes.
All right, 2 more damage. Dealing.
Actually, I don't have any pierce on it. The broadsword doesn't have pierce by itself.
The creature,
Don't you have a
luckily
passives?
for you, has no innate armor. It can only remove damage if it parries.
My rune of retribution gives me pierce.
Excellent. The creature cannot parry. Very good. The creature, on its turn,
Yeah, so I swing twice, so it's
it has taken 4 damage.
alright, cool.
The creature on its turn will do
Here.
nothing because it already played all its runes.
Okay.
Alright.
let's clean up and try this again. Let's see if you were able to
Well, the
finish it
first
off.
thing that happens during upkeep
You're
is like
immediately
melted
pulsing.
space.
All right, let's
Before
see.
anything else can happen.
Okay. It is, in fact, not dead yet.
God.
I'm going to play a minor sacrifice to get rid of impeded. Oh wait. How does that work? Do I clean up first and then?
Cleanup
clean up
happens first. That's
and
at the
then
end
weird.
of a round. Then you weird.
Okay.
Then during upkeep.
Can I
Play
minor
a...
sacrifice from my hand?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll do that.
The creature will play
So
a
then-
rune to get rid of the last level of blind that it has. But you see now that it is much more than it was before. It will take its tactical advantage and continue to flee towards the door.
Is it Shroud
Coward.
coming back up, or does it need to play a rune for that?
It
Yeah,
does not
Shroud
need to
one.
play a
Yeah,
rune.
one.
Its Shroud does come back up to level 1.
Coward.
And its blind is gone now because it was only level 1 before. And now it last level.
Do we
Get away
want to
from
move
me.
in front of Asdis?
Mm-hmm.
If you can get
Yeah.
rid of that, then I can do some.
I don't know. Does my mug have a range of 13 hexes?
It'll
No,
probably
no,
be
it
Wait,
does
10.
not have
Shortbow
a-
is 10.
Yeah, shortbow
Yeah.
is 10. A mug is shorter
Mug is
than
like
that.
5.
Yeah, probably. Max
I think
of 10,
all of the
I'd say.
range.
How
Yeah, all
far
of the
can
range
you
tags
throw
are
a
10.
cup?
Can
Can you throw a cup?
30 feet isn't bad to throw a mug.
See, this works really well in person because the best argument if someone asks like, "Hey,
All right, give
can
me a
I
mug,
throw
yeah.
a mug?" All right, do it.
Give me a
can throw the
stein.
mug 65 feet. You can take the shot.
I mean, the short bow you said is 10 feet. Can you hit a target
Now
at
I'm just
65
tempted
feet?
to go out into the hallway of our apartment building, which is a long,
short bow is
hallway.
50.
I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay, let's go
A
throw
short bow's
some
50?
mugs.
Ah, a short bow's 50.
The short bow is 50 feet for accurate range, but
Mhm.
it's 13 hexes away, so 65 feet.
I have
You
to-
accurately
have
throw
to
a bug
move.
65 feet first.
But I played a rune to get rid of impeded, so I can only move 6 hexes now.
That's faster than it. It can only move 5. That's all you've seen. Unless it spends
I'm just
more
gonna be
runes.
running after it with a mug.
Come at me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I can do is play my useless fucking spell song again just so I can move, and then shoot it with a bow and arrow.
Well, your spell song affects those around you, I believe, as well. Like giving Asdis the option to gain focus.
Yes.
Yes, if you
that'd be
want to
good
pay
for
a minor
Asdis.
sacrifice, you can gain +1 focus.
That could be useful in this case. I'm hoping to hit it. If you guys can get rid of its shroud, hit it with all I can, which would be level 3 possession all at once.
Well,
And
its
see if
shroud
we
is
can
gone. I
keep
just shot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I can just menace it with a stein.
Yes. You start running after it with your cup, like, I'm gonna get you.
And it
If I
So the
move
shroud
with
one
is
these
gone,
damage
then
right
yeah.
away.
Sorry.
It takes 1 damage, yep.
Is it dead?
Don't worry about the
Please?
weird.
It actually is not dead, but
Damn
it
it.
is no longer... It
Shrouded.
falls down to the ground and is
It's
now-
unconscious.
It is the equivalent of unconscious. It's incapable of
shadow
being
unconscious.
actually unconscious, but it is writhing on the ground now.
Yeah, I will kill it next turn. As soon as this round is over, it is dead.
If the bow's been shot and it's been, I would
Yeah,
like to
Runar
then, yeah,
totally will make a tale that he was the one who did
Yeah,
that.
Runar will claim the victory, but I will melt the corpse.
So what I'm gonna do is just adapt the David and Goliath tale into this.
He woke me up in my underwear, and I
Runar
spent
and the
all
Wraith.
night running around with a bow, whittling it down.
Yes, all the other 3 were there, but they were cowering in the corner.
Yep. With all of their magic, they could do nothing against it.
says the mage. Have we gotten to my turn?
I
I think
was
it
gonna
is
ask-
Alvin's
Oh,
turn.
yeah.
Can I?
Okay.
If I move, do I still have shroud, or is that like
No,
narratively
that'll go
gone?
away if you
No.
move.
You
Yeah.
have bench. You know, like
Yeah,
the
you
condition
have
is
as-
bench, not
cover
shroud.
as if shroud.
I'm menacing it with the stein.
If you're,
Threaten.
how many runes do you have? You've got like
You have
one
two.
rune and your void, right?
Well, because I used that one rune I had to get rid of impeded,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I could run after it.
Okay, gotcha.
Asdis, what do you do?
I'm going to use possess opponent amplified twice and ranged because of that. So
Did you make the
level
minor
3
sacrifice
possession.
to get +1 focus?
I did, yes. So level 3 possession, and let me do double amplification of that. Brings that to 6 + 3, 9 spiritual damage.
I think it's dead.
It's now dead. Wait.
If it has 1 hit point, I get it. That's how
Wait.
it works.
No.
9
Wait.
spiritual damage.
It is
3
now
possession.
dead.
Oh.
It is now
Aw.
precisely dead at 9.
Oh.
Fucking wow.
take
2
its head.
hours.
I take its head.
It has
an
no
hour.
head left. As the creature writhes, you see it begin to dissolve.
Fine,
into
I
smoke.
try to take its head.
That's fair.
I spent all of my runes to attempt to remove its head.
As I said, it feels it's like fighting smoke. This creature, between the shroud and the spiritual damage it dealt, none of the damage it dealt to you leaves literal marks around on your body, other than feeling completely exhausted, dark rings under your eyes, just drained of spiritual energy.
Yeah.
So eventually, creature dissolves, leaving
Just dissipates.
nothing
Yeah.
behind, no evidence.
As now when we take a break, as our characters grab a half-empty mug from the night before to kill before going back to bed.
That's exactly what a dude does. He runs and sees it dissipate and just goes. Just downs it and
Just
then
like
walks
gross old
Yeah,
beer
someone
from his
else's
left out.
half-finished, like,
Yeah,
warm
no,
beer.
the same thing. And we finish it and go back to bed.
Yep.
Yep.
While you guys are drinking, I am stalking that fire to the point that it may burn down the longhouse.
Excellent.
Because we all have spiritual
no
damage.
As I
shadows
said, there
in this
are
room.
2 corpses of soldiers, guards, who,
Mm.
one just outside and one near the fireplace, have died, leaving
We
no
can
obvious
explain
wounds.
in the morning.
We can explain in the
Actually,
morning.
if the camera zooms back on Asdis, she's moved over to one of the guards, the one that was inside, and she's kind of got her knife and is pulling off just cutting off the end of the bottom of her braid and wrapping it around one of the skull, I think, whatever the scat, whatever the money thing is,
Yeah,
and
coins,
just like
yep.
sticking it in their fist and as some sort of ritual.
A
of,
scat
hey.
is a weird American translation for the money
Mhm.
that makes it
Yeah.
confusing.
And just kind of wrapping
Just
the
money
hair around the
given-
coin and then pressing it into their hand and going to check outside there too.
Let's go to break, and when
Yep.
we come back, we'll see if
We'll fight
what
another
the
skeleton.
fallout
and that's,
of these are. Yeah,
that's all we're gonna do. Second skeleton fight. That's the whole rest of the show.
it's all spiritual damage, all the way down. No, this is definitely the most spiritual damage you guys will encounter at all.
Oh, I can
Oh.
sword someone to death finally.
Finally.
Here's hoping.
So much drain.
We'll be back in
We'll be
just
back.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Part 2 of Fate of the Norns Ragnarok episode. What are we? 6? I think 6. Is it 4? Or 5?
It says
We are
5
on-
Then we're
We
fine.
are on season 3, episode 2.
Not
Yes.
wrong. Not wrong. You guys just barely survived
What
a
are you talking about?
harrowing
We
4 hours,
a
I
shadow
think,
showed
about?
up in the night, and we beat it with mugs, and we sent it back to the pits of hell.
By himself,
else in this-
Runar sends it fleeing away.
Yeah, we tell whatever story we want about this shadow fight. No one is here to contradict us.
But while everyone else went to sleep, Asdis went to immediately report this attack and the 2 corpses that
Yes, ass.
accompanied it.
I
Asdis, where do
figured
you head?
leaving a couple of corpses in the common room is not a good call. I'll head to Skalgrim quickly.
It was a heck of a party.
Is Fimbulwinter body temperature calculation for how long the corpse has been dead is far less accurate.
True. Okay,
We
you
should
said
catch some Z's.
you're heading to. I missed that. Where are you heading?
Scalagrim, I think. It was the person who was the leader of this place.
Okay, so you head over to what you believe to be Scalagrim's abode. There is, of course, a single guard there, and sees you coming. It's, of course, always dark. He has a torch. Do you have a torch, or do you just, like, step out of the night?
I like that idea so much better, so I'm going with it.
Yes. So the guard jumps, like, ugh! And reaches for a sword and then stops. Oh,
Stabs you.
it's you, newcomer. What do you want?
I think that Scalagrim should probably know that 2 of his guards have been killed in our lodgings by a shadow creature. Weird. They've been dealt with as much as they can be this night. Good night.
Yeah, you
And
just
then
walk
I'll
off before you even
step back into
respond.
those shadows or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, yeah, he, like, raises his torch forward and you're just not there anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
Must have been the wind.
yeah, no, he turns around and well, he doesn't have to knock on the door. He actually, no, he probably would. He probably doesn't have access. So he knocks on the door, and we see, as the camera zooms out, we don't hear the sound of him discussing this with Scalagrim, and they head over to the longhouse, but I think they do not wake you up yet.
I get into the room just as, the blankets are getting shoved under the cracks of the door.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
If I can, I don't know, my werewolf rune is in Drain. Can I still turn into a werewolf outside of combat?
Not for a couple hours.
No,
You get to
I'm
pick
too
which
tired.
well, not for 1 hour, because you get to pick which rune comes back if it's in the same pile. So
Okay.
you can pick the wolf one first. But yes, the dark morning approaches. Several hours pass, and I think those of you who are hyper aware of your surroundings because you've been attacked at night awaken to hear 2 voices outside of your door discussing whether or not they should wake you up by now.
So everyone who has runes and drain is no longer drained?
I would say they are
I had one-
discussing this.
I had one in Drain.
4 hours have passed. So if you have more than 4 runes in Drain, you get to pick which ones to stay. But they are discussing whether or not to wake you up quite early.
Okay.
You can just,
I
like,
had-
pull the covers over your head and just be dead to the world and let the rest of
And this
I-
is only the
I
people who
think I'm
actually
just-
have danger.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna yell, the answer is no, and just roll over and go back to bed.
Yeah, I'll do the same now, being able to turn into a dog. If I can, I will lay in front of the door to make sure they're not coming in to bother us.
I think, yeah, the voices stop talking. There's a pause. And then someone tries to open the door. It's locked from the inside. Which it can.
Mhm.
Then you get repeated knocking. We need to talk to you about the killing. Someone at least come out.
I'm coming.
Slowly
Um,
wake up.
I pull on my shirt and seductively unlace up my leather vest halfway up and make my way out.
Open the door and lead, like, hey.
Yeah.
So in stark contrast to that, I'm gonna walk out completely naked over to a the wash bowl and just like grab the water, rub it all over my face, look back at them.
Okay, as you look
Wow.
up, you see there's about 15 people in this room now. We're all just looking at you
Don't
or
care.
trying
I
not
pay
to.
I pay 1 rune to seduce 15 people.
Is that the kind of game
One
this
verb.
is?
It's 1 verb. I am the strongest
It's
man from your.
seduce.
I am the streak. It doesn't matter. I am the Strongest man from Wessex. All good Vikings respect. Find strong men from Wessex. No, yeah, but I come out.
Okay. Trying to ignore your nudity, Runar, you see...
I'm going to make that as difficult as possible.
I know. Thorolf is there, and you see that he now, unlike before, looks... I think we talked about this. I don't think I mentioned this. Yeah. He looks eaten. He looks... You see he has a newly arrived black eye. But he isn't here to talk about that. There are... Yeah, about 8 people who are guards, and then some other civilians who are kind of like watching. This is like sort of an open guest area a lot, so they're trying to stay out of the way while watching. And they, the bodies are no longer present; they've been moved. But yeah, you see people are sort of like watching this talk to Thorolf, and he says, I heard that some kind of attack happened here last night. Is that right?
Shadow beast from hell.
Your town is cursed. You have shadow demons walking around, attacking people in the night.
I have never heard of this before happening. Do you know what could have caused it? Killed 2 of our people, but it was... You were the only other guests here.
Well, it's something to do with this whole apocalypse? The Thimblewinter? Is there
Probably.
not a song about shadows coming down and grabbing the good folk with them? Or is that just in Wessex?
Nothing of this detail. Can you
I got a book for you.
describe to me exactly how the battle went?
Well, we
Just
woke
gonna
up.
point to the various wounds.
We woke up to it in our room, and then we got up in our skivvies and our swords, and we tried to cut it down. And then it went under the door like some sort of ghastly smoke. And then we fought it in the hallway. And then, as I tried to take its head, the head and the body both sunk back into the Shadow Realm.
This is truly a cursed event. It was in your room. It was after you, then.
Well, it killed your
Well,
guards first. It could have been
yeah.
after anyone.
We were second on the menu.
See. He limps over to one of the benches here and sits down. Well, I can ask around, see if anyone knows about creatures like these, but I think that your still sleeping witch might know the most.
That sounds like a good time to, walk out of the door fully correctly dressed and whatnot.
What's that?
Like
The glimpse through the door is a giant dog laying like on its back, going.
Tongue hanging out.
Yeah, tongue
Yeah.
hanging out.
Perfect. So,
What do you want to know of the shadow creature?
everything you do. What caused it?
Level
Can you
24.
did you kill it? Will it come back? Why was it after you, or why was it after our village, or was it just the gods have decreed that a shadow creature shall pass by and slay some of our... I have spouses and children who this morning.
Ooh. See, have 2 options here. We can kind of do the Omens and Portents route, which is a whole lot more fun, Or I can do, I guess lore arcana, which is just straight up.
Yeah, you could do Lore
Here's
Arcana.
the specific things we know about.
In this case, Omen's
essentially.
Or you
Importance
could
would be you would be like roll the bones, kind of like this isn't
Yeah.
just look around. This is you need to set up like a ritual
Yeah.
to do it. So both
you're
work.
missing the third option though. You
Yeah.
tell
Just-
them whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you make them believe whatever you want. You can just tell them anything. You are the person of authority in this situation. You are the book they look to find the truth. You can just say whatever. It doesn't matter. You can. Who else are they gonna ask? Their other shadow witch?
Why yes,
has
she's
no-
just still no.
That is exactly what happened at the last town when I did this.
Yeah, exactly. They asked their shadow witch, which is where the shadow came from.
Yeah, they called your bluff. I'm sorry, it
I
is a
wasn't
bluff.
bluffing.
Oh, last time it was not a bluff.
Yeah, well, this time you can bluff. See if it goes better.
Yeah, no, I have no actual real desire to deceive them. So I think that I'm going to, put on a show and do the Omen's Importance thing and basically say, yes, and this means, and whatever it is that we choose to have it mean.
Okay. So your answers will be vague, but will also be a wider scope than it could be. They will be broader than you might normally have knowledge of, but none of it will include specific details. Is the knowledge you will get.
Where did we land on assisting again? Do
That
we
could
have
be a
a house
group
rule
check.
for it?
Or a group.
We would do
Omen's
sort of a
Importance,
group
'cause
check,
I think we
yeah.
all have them.
I have one in. Oh,
I've
what?
only got
I have
one, too.
I have two, but yeah, I have for some reason two in Scornpole. But once again, we'll circle back to that later.
Yeah.
That's my best skill.
Good. Excellent.
I have it. Oh wait, no, I don't have Omen's Importance.
Yeah, I have
No.
Omen's Importance 1. I also have
Yep.
Lore Arcana 1. But
Yep.
mine would be more flavored about knowing the runes of power than it would be about.
Okay, so if you're working together, Wisdom, I imagine you have no qualms anymore now that it's season 3 about participating in such a pagan ritual.
Yeah, no, it's a combination of hierarchies that Wisdom has gone through, where it's you understand, yes, there is God in heaven, but there is also Valhalla, and there is also the ice hell and the fish hell.
Yeah.
Both are equally true in his
When in
eyes.
Iceland, worship as the Icelandics do.
If you die by giant Viking, you go to Viking places.
I see.
That's how it works.
Perfect. So then yeah, we can have a group check between you two.
Yeah.
Let me look at difficulty rating is determined by myself. I will just give you more information the more successes you have. So tell me what
Sounds
you
good.
get in a combined fashion, those of you who
So
are
what-
participating.
What color rune do we need?
Spiritual.
Green, spiritual.
Green rune. Okay, let me clean up. And
Oh, that's-
weird.
2 from me.
Very nice.
And that
I got-
is 2 for me.
Mm, I got 1.
Okay. So is
I'm
that 5? Is that including your ranks? Also count your...
Yes.
Mhm.
My 1 was the rank.
I see.
I got blue instead of green.
So in this case, between the 3 of you, you are able... the omens that you read are thus. There is some kind of... I guess I would ask you how the omens look like. What does the ritual look like? Probably Marissa, I assume you're leading it. Is it like a vision in the fire?
Yeah, on my part, there's a lot of chanting and dancing around the fire and kind of gesturing at the place where the spirit died and where we last saw, the dead body of the guard. I think that the other 2 are not so much joining me in that necessarily as interjecting in their own
Mine,
ways.
Wisdom's thing would be more tactical translation. So as like when you tell the story as describing the omen, you're like, and the guard fell there. I give the tactical translation. This happened, and this is what it relates to as an omen. Is like in the description of the story, there's a chime in of, and that references this and this passage,
Here's
and
the
this means
footnote.
this.
Yeah.
It's footnotes. I footnote the experience, but it's sufficient.
Perfect.
Yeah, whereas mine is more relating the information to people in a way that is relatable. Basically using common parlance and known metaphors.
So you do
I
the
love it.
story.
So we
I
both know them.
footnote. You have the wiki how or the Spark Notes translation at the end that you
Yeah.
actually read. It's like, and this is what it really means to you.
The Death Witch does a dance, and then the other two provide subtitles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the flames, you see a pair of enormous wolves hunting together, and you see them take down beast after beast as prey. However, in the flames, you see a giant. The wolves attempt to bite and cannot. One of the wolves howls, and you see several more smaller, more monstrous-looking wolves appear out of nothing as the wolf howls, and they all nip at the giant's heels eventually as it trips. One of the original wolves is able to reach the giant's throat and rip it out. You see sort of a montage as these two wolves hunt together and continue to grow in size and strength, and sometimes one of them will howl and more wolves will come to their aid. Sense that this is a great danger. Let's continue to grow stronger, dangerous. That is the that is what you see in the flames.
Now, because we know who actually
You
sent
wanted
this thing,
omens important. Like you didn't.
Yeah?
You wanted broad, non-detailed. That's what you get. A vision of wolves.
Fair enough.
Okay. Zen's
I think we know as players that because I didn't get a when someone new is plotting against you, get an omen that you have to discern. It's the queen that we fucked with last time. Just sent this after us.
So were there two giant wolves that we took down, or
The vision was two wolves. And then when they were facing the giant, one of the wolves howled, and several more regular-sized wolves appeared.
so if that's from the queen, potentially the wolves are Eric and the queen.
I think Eric's the one that howls to bring his bannermen.
Mm-hmm.
It can be interpreted as you would like.
and if they're trying to take down a giant, who on earth is that?
Yeah, who's the giant they're trying to?
I mean,
Eric's a nobody. He's like a nobody jarl. He is right. He's
Calico?
No, he's a king.
No, he's
Oh.
like a big time jarl.
He
a big
is
time
the
jarl?
heir of the king that united all of Norway, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So he's a. So all right. So we. All right. So never mind on that tack. For some reason, I thought he was like an itty jarl, where he's like, yeah, you got a fleet, a small fleet in like a couple towns, so you're technically a jarl.
Things you would know is that there's currently a bit of a war going on with his brother, I believe, half brother or something. I think for the throne, of course. But yeah, no, he is still a powerful king. Other than that, you would need to make a lore personas check to know more what's going on with him. So,
Yeah.
do you tell your interpretation of this relating to the king and queen?
I am
of
definitely
Netherland?
making no mention of it.
Yeah, I make no mention that we pissed off someone who could bring a fleet here.
Okay. Runar?
Would this whole ritual take like an hour?
Half an hour, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mostly
believe
leave that up
so.
to Asdis. It probably
How
be at
long?
least 10 minutes.
How long
10
can you dance?
10
How many
minutes per
physical
spell level. We know this.
So it's how many
10
runes?
minutes
How
per
many you have 2 physical runes, so you
Correct.
could dance for like 20 minutes tops.
2 is average, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how many? I can't. 20 minutes of dancing
Average for
is
someone
like,
who works, who is a peasant in these conditions that you would, well, until Fimble went to work on a farm. Either way.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah, I guess you.
so. Runar's going to relate this information as I said, he's providing context for people. So he's basically going to say that there are 2 people actively working against this town that are calling in help, hunting out the area. And that giant that you saw, that was a troll. And y'all are descended from trolls.
I see. So wolves are hunting Scalagrim and Aegle, and then they were just attacking you because you were the new allies that arrived?
Yep.
Okay. Well, why don't you make a verbal manipulation check
That'll work.
to convince them
Now
of
this
This will not be too difficult, given everything else that has happened.
I'm guessing this is this spiritual? It can be spiritual or mental.
I see. It depends. I think spiritual works here fine, because it's a spiritual related matter that you're interpreting omens. So yeah. Spiritual
All right.
It's good.
That's 3.
All right.
Nice.
Perfect. So then I think that see, how did I just forget his name? Yeah. Thorolf gulps as you say this, and he says, I knew things were bad between me and the other town. I didn't expect Arn to resort to black magic. He assumes
He
it's
specifically said between me and the other town?
between us and the other town. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think Arn would resort to black magic. But what should we do? What can you protect us against it? I know my father had plans for you to deal with Arn, but if he is doing things like you say, then I think that any hope for diplomacy is beyond us.
We have
Leave it with the-
scorn supplies.
Leave it to us.
Yeah.
then.
Come on.
Scornful.
Yeah.
Put it in front
I-
of the whole town.
It's just selling the
I-
biggest horse on head sticks to people. Black magic arms race.
Do we have like the premium scorn poles that are like made out of black ash? Like can we upsell scorn poles?
Yeah, you need Scornpole Premium to not get any ads on your Scornpoles.
Yes. No, your scorn pull is just a little bit pointed towards someone we don't like if you don't buy the premium package. So it's only half effective against you and a little bit effective against our person. And collectively, all of the little turns add up to a bunch of scorn pulls on them.
But yeah, I would probably, tell them. I think it makes most sense to figure out the situation before being sure.
The door opens, and speaking of figuring out the situation, in walks the large-statured Aegle. He says, "What happened? I heard there was some kind of attack." He looks around.
There was also a whole dance, but there was a shadow monster.
What? Who did this? He looks at Thorolf.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you the details, Egil, but you seem to be pretty good at leaving those out yourself.
He gives you a look, Runar. He says, I have no patience for those who would murder and kill in my hometown.
No patience, we know. Relax, we'll handle it. Talk with your brother. He's up to speed.
Yeah, and Thorolf.
That was his brother, right?
That was his brother. Thorolf steps forward and
Is Thorolf bigger or smaller? I don't remember.
Smaller.
Still quite tall
Bigger
for a
than
normal
me.
person. Yeah. Thorolf steps towards Aegle and starts talking. What do you guys do in the meanwhile? A lot of the people
Probably
who
go
are
wait.
around.
I'll put pants on now, I guess.
Yeah.
But like in the middle of the room, you put pants on.
Yeah.
So what is not specifically in character, but like, so the objective from last time, just to refresh, we discussed possibly trying to sneak into their town to like figure out what's going on.
Yeah, like
general...
they don't know we're here, basically.
Yeah. To
So
do
we
a
don't
little bit of
really need to
research.
sneak. We just need
Yeah.
to appear there in our boat.
Yeah.
The gist was that there's a bit of a worm tongue situation going on with Arn. That's what it seemed like. There's
Yeah,
a
it's
stranger in
'cause-
town, and things have changed over there since the stranger arrived.
Isn't it like
So-
a stranger and a crusader?
The like knight was, or former knight, has been there for a bit longer.
Wait.
The knight
A
is
knight?
Yeah, a knight.
Yes, an Anglo knight, an Anglican,
Someone who could face me in honorable combat is what you're saying.
and by your rules that you've just set up, someone that can kill you,
Yeah.
and you can go to real heaven instead of the Norse one.
also true. A loophole. You found yourself. A
Get out
loophole.
of this blasted Fimbulwinter.
You've been damned to Norse heaven, which isn't as good as your
Well, 'cause
Christian heaven.
In Norse heaven, you have to fight the whole time.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, Norse heaven is great until Ragnarok, which is now. Then you get a bunch of work.
Yeah,
But that's also true with 9th century Catholic heaven too. It's like you're just waiting there to re-inhabit your
purgatory.
skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
That was back when they still had holes in the coffins.
Oh, so that your spirit could go into the coffin.
Yeah. It was back when they still had holes in coffins.
Oh. I never heard of that. Interesting.
Me neither. That's interesting.
So as you guys are getting ready, you all, even if you're not paying attention, definitely see Egil storm out. Once he's done talking to Thor. Shortly thereafter, you hear loud yells coming from a distance outside, not from just outside. You cannot hear
Has it
exactly what
been-
they're saying.
I guess at this point,
It-
fully kitted out.
Now
again.
it's been about an hour. Let's see.
Yeah, I get the last rune back.
We all have pants on.
I
we all
spent
have
an
our
hour
backpack.
shaking the wolf to try and wake them up.
No, just like pawing, like.
Yeah. I think we go out and check on the goat. I think might be step one.
If that
actually.
goat's dead, more than these two guards are dying today.
Yeah, we go check our. We go check our cart. I think is the
First thing the shadow demon did was kill the goat.
No, the goat
It
fought it
knew
off.
exactly.
The shadow demon
Goat
knew
fought
it.
it off.
Ooh, that would be a good fight. How many runes does the goat have?
The goat's fine for now.
Right.
Gul'dan knew.
Do we want to show up as newcomers? Do we want to show up on the road? Do we want to show up?
Well, here's
probably-
the thing. As you step outside, you see Egil is on a large crate that is holding his weight and making a grand speech about the horrible things Arn has just done, inflicting
big
this
ass.
magic upon you. He is, he's making a speech.
is that a crate of bricks? Like, what is that crate filled with?
Oak logs.
Yeah.
A crate of oak logs?
Actually, he doesn't need a crate. He's big enough that he doesn't need a crate. He just stands.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
he's
alright.
giving a speech. He is like Runar. You have talked to him. He has the gift of the gab when he is inspired to use it, and so he is. You can tell immediately. He is trying to incite these people to something that he hasn't said yet.
All right.
He's
I
leaning
will
towards it. He
I will
is.
wander over towards him and attempt to give him a little bit of backup music just to, at first it sounds like I'm just punctuating for him, but then he starts trailing off, not remembering what he was talking about as he loses his train of thought.
Ooh.
On my side of things, I'm trying to create a bit of a sense of unease in the crowd. So, I'll wander up behind them and just. Things maybe are not as clear as they should be.
Okay. Egil can probably tell that you're doing this after a few times when he just forgets what he's saying mid-sentence, and he says, probably gets interrupted by your music and then forgets what he's saying. Says, "You, all of you, not." He was supposed to lead up to this. Now he's just saying his point. He says, "If you want to see us eat again, Come with me. We shall raid the outside farms of Borgarfjord. We shall get all of the food we need, and we shall send a message to that town that we are not weak. But the villagers look unsure of themselves because his speech was blunted, and they are now shrouded in more fear and unsureness than before. He says, "Well, do you have the honor it requires?"
And just how well did thinking rashly work out for you before, Eggle?
Asdis. And he starts walking towards you, waving, like wading through the crowd of people.
I will go to intercept.
Yeah.
I'm standing
Says,
my ground on this one.
Yeah, and he respects that, and he says, if you have a problem with my actions, then demonstrate exactly what you would do instead. You will go to that other town, and you, all of you, now I think Wisdom is not necessarily here, you never said you're here, the rest...
I'm like here for the speech, but like I don't have anything
Yeah.
to really do.
You have no loyalty to this town. You could just leave, join them, tell them that I have returned.
That's right, we could. But do you really trust our honor that little?
You have not proven much to me while here, little one.
And what about before here?
Do make note of your valor from before. I liked each of you. But this is a matter of urgency.
And you've shown that your judgment can't be trusted.
What? Because of one death? When I was poisoned? When someone... And he turns to the crowd and starts telling his version of the tale that from before. And he says, someone tried to poison me. And then, when I stormed off, he ran after me and tried to get me to drink more of his poisoned mead in an effort to kill me under the pretense of peace. So yes, I slew him where he stood, and I do not regret it. The crowd gasps
who was it who
at
warned
more...
you that it was poisoned?
He actually...
No, it was me.
It was you, that's true. He also confirmed it with a magic thing he did. So yeah, he says, it was you. Yes. What of it? Is that acting rashly? Killing myself for justice? Or not killing someone, killing a murderer? One who kills without honor? Who would have sent me to hell?
Regardless of your actions and the absolute rashness of them, you stand here, say, I've saved your life, and then move on to say, I have no honor.
You saved my life, but you would deny these people theirs?
No. I would say, use wisdom in your actions. Find out for sure what is happening by letting us visit this town without tipping your hand. And if we find for sure that they are wronging you, then lead your raid.
And Eggle, when the solution to this problem presents itself, and it's too scary for you, don't go building a boat again.
All right, make a verbal manipulation check, Asdis. It will be easier because you are tempting. Yeah, I think the help in this case that'll make this easier.
Okay, I have 0 verbal manipulation. What runes are we looking at here?
I think this one is mental. This is like you're using logic mostly to shoot him down.
All right. 1 mental rune.
Okay.
How helpful was that help?
Oh, am I weirding on this too?
No, I just made it
Okay.
easier because you
Okay.
did. I see we have come to an impasse then. He looks at the people. They are unconvinced of his side. Many of them are hungry, but they are also scared. And he sees the distance his father approaching. And with that, he says, well, I see him alone here. He sulks away. See Scalagrim approaching. Aegil is specifically not trying to talk to him. And the people start dispersing. Scalagrim come up to you. Says, what was that?
Just making sure that Eagle doesn't make any bad decisions.
Appreciated. What was he trying to do?
Oh, start a raiding
Eagle
party.
things.
That about
I
sums it up.
see.
He wanted to invade the town.
We'll invade the outlying farms.
I'll talk to him. See if I can smooth this over. Thank you. And he wanders off in the direction of Aegil, who is probably... He's not going off on another hunt or anything like that. He probably just goes to the place that is his temporary house and slams the door. Scalagrim's gonna go talk to him. Yeah.
When he walks away, can I get a read on him? Like, is he really just going to sulk, or is he going to plan?
Aegil? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Is there a... This must be like an inside equivalent.
Sense motive.
Sense motive? Do it.
Yeah, I have it at 1.
Come
Let
on,
me
I
see what it
primed him to
normally
go kill
is.
someone.
It is spiritual.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I need him to break this oath.
Okay, so I weirded 1 spiritual, my void rune is spiritual, and I have 1 in the skill, so 3.
3. Okay. He's definitely not done yet. He's definitely still going to be raiding, but he's gonna do it... He's gonna, find people... He's gonna do it smartly. He's gonna find people who agree with him, covertly reach out to them, and then leave in, the middle of the night when everyone's sleeping and go raid. And then he'll come back and celebrate when he already won.
Okay, so when
He
Scalagrim
is gonna-
goes to leave,
Yeah.
I will inform him, he has that look about him where he's going to not ask for permission. He's
Or
going to, or forgiveness. He's going to do it and then reap his reward. So maybe keep an eye on his old friends. Keep an eye on the barracks.
And you're saying this to just the group, right? 'Cause I thought you said...
No, Scalagrim.
Oh, you said it to Scalagrim before he left. Okay.
Yeah, before
see.
he left, because I would have read Eagle
Yeah,
as he was leaving.
Okay, so then he says, always, well, roll-headed. Thank you. I will see what I can do. Keep an eye on his old friends from before. I'll handle this. You should all make your way to Borg. The sooner you go, faster I can make everyone hear something. That will help
waiting on
probably
us.
calm him down as well. What did you say?
Of course. As soon as we get all of our equipment, we can head out. I do believe I ordered a new sword.
It's not going to be ready by now.
When do I get my new sword?
Oh, I forgot to look up. How long does it take to forge a sword?
Depends
Are
on
we
the
going
sword.
Aragon standards or
Yeah, Elven standards remakes it in a few minutes.
Conan, which does it wrong.
we talking Wheel of
Uh,
Time?
From forums.rpgmakerweb.com, in either cases, to make a rough sword, it'll take you about 3 to 5 days of constant hammering.
Yeah, about
Okay.
a week
Not a
or
rough
two.
sword. I'm not paying $300 for a rough sword.
Yeah, so yeah, probably more like a week then for them to refine it.
So when we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want something super good looking, fancy, and usable, it'll take by hand about 1 week. If you're experienced, it may be 2 days with power tools.
Yeah, the fact that power tool, like the auto hammer, makes it like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you see, I think if you go to check on both blacksmiths, you can see they're both busy hammering iron to the general, very rough still sword shape.
Well, on morning one would be, I think, a lot of planning.
I mean, it's a sword. They probably both know their way around a sword.
Well, it doesn't have to be a sword. We didn't say. It just said they have to craft me a weapon.
That's true. Yeah, they're both probably getting the metal ready and heating it up and hammering it. It's still the morning of the first day,
Yeah.
so I guess yeah, they are still getting the metal prepped.
Right. So should we come from boat or by road?
Probably boat. Less suspicious that we were here before.
That's true,
We're
and
here
it's
to
faster.
sell horse heads.
We should take an
I
unmarked boat, the one you came in of my brother, to Scaligrim. That could be linked back to me.
don't worry, I have a black flag here.
Yeah, obviously there's
Wonder,
like
maybe-
dozens of fishing. There's about a dozen fishing
Yeah,
vessels.
we take a fishing. I think
Yeah.
with their permission, we take a fishing boat.
And, hope that it's not recognizable and could reasonably make a long distance.
Most of them will look the same. Like, yeah, it could blend in any. So the fishing boats here, they don't exactly.
Does that mean we have to leave the goat at this town? Oh no.
That's an option.
If that
unless
goat
you take the
so
road.
much
We could-
has a hair off its body, I swear.
We should take the goat.
The goat will not fit on the fishing boat. If you're taking the goat, you're going by road.
I
which
will
take
carry
longer.
it in my arms.
We could split the party.
It's like a horse-sized goat, isn't it? Isn't it like a big goat, or is
It's
it
a
a
big
regular?
No,
goat.
it's just
It's a regular
It's a
goat.
cart pulling goat.
It's,
yeah,
yeah, I
it's
thought
a cart pulling goat. It's not horse sized.
that's okay. That's true. More like
It's bigger than
It's just ripped.
It's just a big goat. It's
It's
a
a big
big
goat.
goat.
I mean,
it's like a
Like, it's
mountain
not a
goat.
goats
small-
are not huge. Like we're talking about like mountain ram, like that.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I was
thing.
thinking. More mountain goat.
more
Horse
than
sized
you
is a
could
bit
pick
big.
up.
Small
Yeah, more
pony
than you could
size.
pick up. Yeah, like a pony-sized goat.
Yeah, definitely more than you can pick up.
Okay. Okay, Zeus,
Also,
you be
if
good.
it has does it have the big horns? Because you don't want to pick it up if its horns are the size of your arm.
Okay. So you are leaving the goat in the.
I'm leaving the goat.
care?
They said they would ask my permission before they ate it. Egil and I just hunted a buck last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
A
a
boar,
buck
I
is
think. I
like
think you brought a boar back.
nothing.
Oh, it was a
Yeah.
boar. It was a big boar. Yeah.
One boar is nothing for an entire town, though.
Yeah.
This is a
that's
small
20
village.
people for dinner.
That's true.
We also
It
brought
does help,
fish.
though.
But if they make it into a soup, like
They're
like to
making
stretch it out-
everything into a soup right now.
yeah, to stretch it out, like that's maybe a dinner and a lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also brought a lot of fish.
It
We gave the
helped.
rest of our
It helped.
fish.
And there are
Yeah.
now constantly people out hunting trying to get stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. You all sail over to
Yep.
town of Borgarfjord.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As you get closer, I pull up my notes, and you
Box text.
No, I do not have box text.
Oh no! We need to get an AI that'll generate box text.
That sounds like a train wreck in that I wouldn't be able to look away, kind of. As you approach the town of Borgerfjord, obviously it's always dark. There are vessels out fishing, especially in the morning right now, where you have lots of them out. And so at first, they probably mistake you for fishing vessels. But as you get close, they realize that you have no nets and carry no fish with you. You notice that the docks themselves look like they're significant parts of them are under not reconstruction. New docks are being built, perhaps for fishing vessels or similar. There are several. I guess docks is the individual thing. Several new docks being built in the
Ports,
pier, in the port.
harbor.
In the harbor, exactly.
The pier is the foot dock, if you will. And you walk out on a pier, park your boat at a dock.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And I think that as you dock the boat, there are 2 guards here to greet you. They ask you expected set of questions, like, "Welcome to Borgarfjord. What is your business here?"
Nets.
You wish to buy nets? Fishing?
You see the boat?
Yes.
There you go.
The 2 guards glance at each other and say, "Where are you from nearby?"
Sure. You keep nets, bro.
Yeah. The foreigner is the one that said, "Yeah, I'm from close by."
I mean, like, I'm not. But the boat is. We're here for nets and other fishing supplies.
Want
Maybe
to
a
become a
pint.
fisher at this town to sell your fish?
We just need supplies. Our nets have been accosted, and we need other such supplies.
Sticks.
I also would like to sell this mall because it's fucking useless to me.
It looks like a good weapon.
It is. It is
You
a
see the-
very good weapon.
You
It's,
see the
I'm
teeth on him, though?
I'm more of a pacifist nowadays. I pass a fist through their face.
This mall will buy a lot of nets.
You know, well, dude, and I've been traveling with you for a while, and your old father jokes are getting horrible.
Okay. Guards say, "Well, we can get you some nets if you'd like, and we can take that mall for you and sell it. But if you're not planning to stay here, we'd prefer you to stay on or near your boat until we get everything situated."
We can't. You don't want us to patron your fine drinkeries and spend good money,
Scat.
good scat on ale and comfort?
You're welcome to stay in the docks. There's some. I think, yeah, there's a tavern just over there, and they point, and yeah, there's like a tavern near the docks. Sort of, it's again, just a roof, no walls or anything like that. Sort of an outdoor area. People can just drink in the cold if they want to. There's a fire, and yeah, their guard says, "But if you're just planning to come here and leave, we have some heightened security right now, so don't worry.
Oh.
It's nothing you need to worry about. There wouldn't be anything that would concern you, but we would just ask for the sake of propriety, remain in the docks." Oh, and there's no food for sale here. It's just drink. You should know.
What if we
Is
pay
there
extra?
a food shortage?
The guard hesitates before answering, and then the other guard says, "There's been we're being careful with our food right now. So right now everything is being rationed.
Oh, are you expecting trouble?
Hopefully not like a siege or anything.
Our Jarl maybe. But
Perhaps
you don't
it
need
is
to worry
something
about
four
it.
adventurers could help him solve.
Are you for just wandering adventure sorts?
And I do have this rune-etched blade.
Yes, we would like to fish while we travel around, which is why
You
we
know,
need fishing
for
supplies.
food.
I will send a message to the Jarl and see if he could use your help with anything. How does that sound?
Fine, I guess. We could do it too.
Not if you don't leave the docks.
Well, that seems to be the impasse we're at.
Wait here. Maybe if the Jarl wants to speak with you, then you will be invited inside the rest of the town. And there is like a good distance between you and the town, because their town's on a hill, so you're like
Yeah.
way a bit
Yeah,
further.
we're down.
Yeah.
We're down at the shore.
Exactly. So I think the guard checks if you need anything else, and then is going to leave you alone here, as they are able to sell your mall for you and bring back anything.
How much are we supposed to know about the knight that has come to town? Do we know like a
if
name?
you're new, how much like were you told it actually?
Yeah.
I don't think you were told a name.
And we'd probably be expected to know nothing.
I got this.
Like,
as the guards are leaving, I'd like to catch up with one of them and just, sorry to bother you. You heard how my friend talks. He's a bit foreign.
Oh yes, it's a strange accent, but nothing we haven't seen before.
Ah, that's exactly what I was hoping. You see, we're looking for his brother.
Oh?
Yes, we heard he might have passed. My accent's all over the place. You heard he might have passed out
like a
this way.
whistle.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just gonna be like, we heard he was passing somewhere near Islandia, and that's why we're going up and down the coast, stopping at places. We need fishing gear, so we stopped here. But we figured we'd check while we're here since it's a fairly big town. And I'm gonna press 20 scat into his hand.
Okay, yeah. No, he accepts the scat and is like, "Oh, I appreciate your honesty," as he takes the pouch. I will pass a message to the Jarl. What is your brother's name? He might know someone. Might know something.
Wissam,
Hmm.
what's your family name? You know I can't understand your language.
Adel.
Go by Adel.
All right. I will...
If they're looking for me, it's the strongest man from Wessex. Everyone should recognize that.
I see. And he says this loud enough for all of you to hear now. I'll pass the message along to the Jarl. If he knows anyone, he can point you in the right direction. You've come to the right place. And did you give him your mall to sell for you? Because he will like go to someone who will buy it and then give you the money back.
How much is he going to sell it for? Like, I would like to be involved in the negotiating here.
If you want to barter it, then that's fair. He would ask someone to come visit the docks, then you can talk to them directly.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. But then you'll get a professional haggler, because the blacksmith's gonna be working.
All right.
Merchants gonna come
Traveling with a
down here.
professional haggler.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah,
I have 2 ranks right off the bat.
the guards head out. They'll be gone for a short while. Do you do anything before they return?
Is there any cheese, Kurt?
Okay, there were several questions at once. There are no
Mine
cheese.
was a joke.
Okay.
Mine was
Asdis?
also a joke. I was going to say construct a scored pole.
Asdis?
We have 4 potions of sneak, don't we, from Eggle? Is this
We
time
do.
to use them?
I mean, I don't think we should do it when they are expecting us to be right here.
Yeah,
I think
let's see what they come back with.
Yeah, let's see what they come back with, and then probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll remember that if they don't come back with results. So
Yeah.
we can.
The guards return in about 10 minutes. They do not have anyone with them, but they say they sent a messaging bird up to the town
The
itself.
longhouse.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you should expect to have people arrive here. I told them which dock it was. I gave them a brief description of you. Just a bit recognizable. But
What would make us seem recognizable as I look to our motley crew?
yeah. um, we'll be around here if you need anything else. There are other guards as well, and he gestures to the dock, and you see some people are beginning to bring in their catches now. The guards, of course, aren't really directly. They're just watching on patrol. But yeah, the two that you're speaking to now said they're just going to kind of rejoin the general guardliness around here until people waiting for arrive.
Would it be worth chatting up the fishermen to see why they only sell here?
Yeah,
That might be worthwhile. Like, what happens with your catches if they can't sell your fish at the dock?
Yeah. Okay. They're not keeping it a secret or anything. They say that the Jarl himself is buying up all of the fish for a better price than anyone buy, so he's managing it all himself. Many of them live here, but they're still happy to sell the fish, even if they're on rations. They said that the rations will probably be fine, and they themselves are making more money than normal. So yeah, you don't see any fish market or anything around here. It's just getting hauled up in carts.
I'm sure we see a fish market, but no fish to be sold.
It's empty, yeah, I guess is what it was.
So the source of all of their food is their money. This just turned into a bank heist.
Steal all their money so they can't buy up all the food?
Yep.
Yeah. We empty the
I
coffers.
gotta wonder where he's getting that money from.
No, the honorable way to empty the coffers is do something for him that he is indebted to us in some manner. The honorable way is to trick the Jarl into giving, basically writing us a blank check to solve a problem. Be like, all right, it'll be all of your scat.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely agree to that.
Well, no, you put him in a no-win situation where he's back up against. We have to force him into a situation where he's back up against the wall, maybe the angry troll-blooded fella, and and we offered to solve it at a steep cost, and then we just demand all of his money.
Yeah, wait for the angry cold-blooded fella to do something problematic, and then
there's a really good con in this where we get Egil to start raiding towns and then go talk them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much my plan.
Yeah.
This is plan B if plan A doesn't work out, where we talk with Egil, go, okay, go raiding. We're gonna go to that guy and say, yo, we see you've been raided. Let us help you stop the raids.
Yeah.
And then
drive off
Egil
the
down.
raid. Yeah.
But if we steal his money, there's reason to rally his people in a campaign to avenge the theft. But if he has to give us all of his money,
Yep. Anyways, after about half an hour more of waiting,
and watered down beer.
Yes. A man arrives. He is also not. He definitely is foreign as well. He probably
Frenchman.
I think French. Yeah.
Oh no!
It's a Frenchman.
Bonjour. I hear. By the way, I have never practiced a French accent. I may technically live in Canada, so this is going to be a horrifying thing. Bonjour, I hear you are looking to sell off some merchandise. I hear you have a mallet for me. Is that correct?
What is a mallet? I have this
A
maul.
large. Yes, that. May I? He approaches. He is very finely dressed and has some manner of necklaces and.
I would like to lure personas on this Frenchman.
Okay. Make a skill check. Mental is probably what this is.
All right. I got 1.
Okay, you do not know who this is specifically. This man looks like a recent arrival opportunist. There is for some reason, he is a recent arrival, and he is looking to make money. And
Does he have
he looks
like
like
a house
he's not
or something?
actually bad at it. You cannot tell by looking at him, though. You can tell that either he is successful or he puts on a very good show of it.
I was just going to think, as an Englishman, I might have a little bit more advantage in recognizing French insignias.
With only one success, I don't think you know anything else.
All right. I was just trying to lobby for more information. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look. It's slain at least one troll.
I see. What kind of, who made it? He says.
I don't know. Let's draw
Let's
from
see.
the from season 1. Let's see.
If you're drawing a rune, 3 of my runes need to go back into the deck.
Oh yeah, I'll have to recall the runes because we did that. I'll shuffle. Draw a rune. So yeah, I guess he would ask, like, how did you come to acquire this mall? And then we can draw.
Oh, it's what is that?
I cannot see it myself.
It is a blue little squiggly. Distance. AWAS. Oh, so I acquired it when I was working in the Roman Empire, because they didn't call themselves Byzantines, they called themselves Romans. In the kingdom of the Greeks.
Oh, so it's. I see now. I am not a smith myself, but I see that the craftsmanship is exquisite.
I don't know what that means.
It is. I think he is willing to pay you full market price for it.
Oh!
Yeah. It is from so far away that it will probably sell for more than the average mall. Not that he tells you that. So he is willing to pay you a price.
I will take my 250 scat, please.
Okay, yeah. Pays you for it up front.
Yeah. Sweet.
He says, "Is there anything else I can do?" It's merging into German. That's not French.
That'll happen. It'll go back and forth. I just say it's from the Alsace region. It keeps going back and forth between.
Yeah, he asks if there's anything else that that you need from him. I consider myself.
How did you come to be in this land?
By boat. I traveled. I am a traveling merchant. I like to see the sights.
You must have heard of my shop then.
He looks at you questioningly.
Dune's Antiquities. That is quite literally part of my background.
Where was it? I do not remember.
It's a traveling market.
How was that
Literally,
supposed to know that?
Yeah.
The card I have says a Dude's Antiquities on the side.
Yeah.
How was that even supposed to know you from your cart?
He says, "I do not know that. Sorry."
Oh, you must not have traveled very far.
He bites his tongue to stop from retorting. He says,
Yeah.
"If you need anything else, please let me know."
I had a quick comment. Shoot, what is the medieval term for Frenchmen? The French kingdom?
Gaul.
No, it wouldn't be Gaul because this is post Rome.
They'd be the Franks,
Yeah.
right?
I recognize you're from the kingdom
This
of
is
the.
after Charlemagne. Yeah.
There might be something in the book.
Frenchman is not the answer.
You say not Frenchman. Yes.
It would be, what is it listed on the map? Like, what's the kingdom on the map for France?
Well, it'd be on the map. It's going to be the Norse version of what they called those people. Oh,
Yes.
it could be the Normans,
see if-
maybe.
was
That's like
Frankia.
Normandy.
I was just say Frankie is
Frankie.
right there.
I hear your accent is from the Frankian kingdoms.
Oh,
I had heard tale of a honorable knight inside the walls of the town. Have you come to hear this as well, or maybe perhaps better seen it with your own eyes?
oh, I've never met him. No, he's just he's a quiet one. He keeps his to himself.
Do
But
you know from which kingdom he hails?
one of your lands, somewhere on the Great Isles, as they call them here.
Mercia, maybe?
He shrugs. He says,
Hmm.
"Perhaps."
So
He
anything I could
is
do
not
to
someone
get you
who speaks
fire?
much of his past.
Well, the appropriate question would be, does he have any heraldry on him, or is he a hedge knight?
Yes, it's like,
When
have
you
you
have
seen
seen
his
him.
heraldry?
Yeah.
Have you seen him? Does he swear any heraldry or fly a banner?
He does, but I confess I do not know your banners from each other very much. I'm not.
See, in Wessex, we know all of the Frankian banners.
Okay. I guess I could describe it. Do you want to make a lore persona check again for like the
I would.
heraldry?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Give me heraldry.
You do not need to, because it is the heraldry of Wessex.
He's a Wessex man.
A challenger approaches.
Yes, technically you're approaching him, but yes.
Yes. Well, in that case, let him know that Wisdom, the strongest man from Wessex, wishes to speak with him.
I see.
And I can pay you for this service if that's what you require, but
I might be able to send a message. What reason, if he should ask?
I am the strongest man from Wessex, and I wish to speak with my countrymen.
He pauses, and then he remembers he's getting paid to do this, so he says, "Okay, I will pass
I give
that
him
along."
$5.
Yeah, 5 scat.
5 scat.
Is there anything else I can do to assist you?
That should do it for me.
I am good. Thank you for your fine scat, good sir.
He says, I think I need a name for him, but I need a French name for him, or
Ooh.
Frankian name for him, actually.
Yeah, Frankian name.
I don't know how related those are.
Frankian name generator?
Yes! Okay, give me his
I'm
name.
Googling. I'm sorry, I just did it as I
they're pretty
Googled.
French, honestly. I'm just looking at like the names of their nobles, but they're pretty French.
Yeah. I have a thing. Where's my D&D tools? Because I have one that does medieval name generator.
Medieval French name generator.
I got one.
That's
is it-
French Renaissance. That's 15 to 17th. Never mind.
That's, 500 units.
I'll set you up. Here's a few. Whatever one feels appropriate. For
Alright.
medieval French male names.
How would you pronounce the first one?
That's why I sent the list.
Okay.
Gwilib
I think I'll do Gwilib.
or Gieb.
Gieb. My name is
Gieb.
Gieb. If you...
Yep.
I have a shop set up in the town. If you are ever able to come up there, you can browse all manner of goods. I am more of a general merchant than
Nah.
anything specific.
Well, it is good to meet you, Gibby.
Nice to meet you.
Gibby.
You can see he stops himself with great effort from correcting you. Okay. He says goodbye. I will get a picture for him. It's an NPC sheet.
Just found the best name from that time. Fredegar.
Fredegar.
Awesome.
That's the generator I use, by the way. but it has other. But it's not just French. It's like English, French, German, Italian. There's Norse names, Saxon, Slavic, and Spanish as well.
Mm.
So you probably wait for another hour or two while or your next expected guest arrives. See where the guest, your next host. Do you do anything during that time?
I can tell you my priority.
Can
I mean, it's like a half-hour walk to the dock. It's like not a short distance.
In case we need to sneak in here, can I analyze guard patterns?
Yeah.
You just sit facing
make
outside.
a perception check to find a weak point.
I have one in the skill.
Do I have perception? No.
What is perception? What do I need to be drawing?
In this case, I
Brave.
think it's either or. Oh, I don't actually see it here.
Element of
It depends. I
perception
think
is mental.
Perception is mental. Okay, I'll add that.
Okay.
It's not on.
All right, here we go. I drew 2 mental runes, so 3 total.
Nice. All right. You do see there is a. The guards are paying more attention in the docks than to the roads going to and from the docks. Particularly, they're paying more attention to carts, actually, of and food specifically. To people who are coming and going without food, which are not many, they are not really giving significant attention to. They will still notice you, but if you even if you get some regular traveling cloaks and pull them up over yourselves, you will blend in Assassin's Creed style. They will not notice you.
I let everyone know all we need to sneak in is just to get some cloaks and.
Yeah, the town is big enough and there's enough traffic that you don't need anything. It's just plain old regular.
Well, we're stuck in a tavern for an hour, and we've been passing ourselves off as adventurers, so it makes sense to, spend an hour boasting of our deeds and telling stories.
Oh
Mhm.
yes.
Absolutely.
I tell part of
will
that.
sing for my supper.
Yeah, I don't know. I just tell anyone that'll listen about this great ruined blade I made. Look at this. It slew a shadow demon. Look at this. It took down a legion of skeletons.
Yep, the skeleton knights are high up on the look what we have done.
Excellent. So, are we making a group boast check?
Yeah, let's boast about our
There's a
deeds.
boast check.
There is not a
Sure.
boast check. I think
Performance.
it's performance. Yes.
I don't have this skill.
I don't
I do.
either. Oh no, it's physical.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Singing, dancing, juggling.
Other physical feats.
This isn't a
Apparently,
physical performance.
singing is apparently physical. So.
Well, it's a physical
I would agree
act.
with that.
Yeah.
Well, if like in the logic of it, there's only 3 kinds of actions: physical actions, mental actions, and spiritual actions. Like singing is more physical than it is like mental or spiritual.
I think it's physical because it's not just about the story; it's about how you tell it, adding a theatrical flair to it.
Or the ability to sing is a physical skill.
That's true.
Like the physical singing ability.
Right.
I'm
Making
using
the
a couple
notes,
of my
keeping the tone.
Yep.
I'm using a couple of my passive effects to okay, and now it's a dangerous section, and so the shadows are getting deeper and darker, and yeah.
Okay.
I got my cool sword I'm showing off.
And am I misremembering, or can you spend 2 runes to convert them into something?
You can spend 2 runes of the same color to convert them into any other.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I can at
In
least
that case,
get one.
I got
here.
3.
3.
Okay. Oh, are we doing a group one?
It seems like you're all doing a group.
Or physical?
Yes.
Sure, 1.
I am converting these 2 to 1, so 1.
Okay. So, you all looking at this, you get a medium crowd of about 20 people around all of you. They are.
I think that's free drinks.
Yes, you do get free drinks. They don't have board to provide you, but you are given free drinks by the bartender, who is the owner.
the medium crowd one?
You get the medium crowd one, yes, because there's more of you.
Okay.
The successes are harder, but you
Yeah.
effectively each pay for your own drink and meal, plus also the medium crowd result. You get
50 to 100 scat.
yes, so 1d50 plus 1d50 plus 1d51 plus 50, 49.
49 plus
50.
50, I think. Wait.
1d41, 1d51 plus 49. There we go.
That's 2d. Whatever.
You get 79 scat in payment.
For entertainment, I guess.
Exactly. And more people will buy drinks while you're here. So
Each or as a group?
in total, as a group, not
Okay,
each.
so can we just say 20 each?
20 each,
and
and one
make
person
that
gets
number
19.
easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
20 each is fine.
Okay, sure.
It's money is not a huge deal, so 20 each is fine.
Also,
Yeah,
one
I
scat buys
got back my
nothing.
guard bribe.
You got back your guard bribe. It's 20 each.
And as you're finishing off your tales of your heroics, Wisdom, I'm sure you're the first one to spot, just entering through the gate. The docks itself is partly palisaded as well.
Yeah, it'll have to be. Otherwise, you could just pull your boat up and then march all your soldiers to the front door.
Exactly.
If there's not an out of a gate.
Exactly. And through that gate, you see a man in knightly armor, helmet on, riding a horse. The gate.
I do believe that is my cue.
Yes.
I say to the group as I stand up, dust myself off.
Yes. The
Lace up
man
my weapon.
sees the small crowd there and heads over as well. The horse is just, of course, walking with him on it. And as you approach, do you speak first, or he will like call once it's fair to do so?
Yeah, I definitely indicate myself as he approaches.
He nods, and through the metal tin of his helmet, he says, "Ah, hail, comrade from Wessex. It is good to meet you.
Yep.
It's been some time since I've seen one of my own kin here."
Same. I've been wandering these frozen lands for quite some time now. I was unable to make it into town to visit you, so I asked for you to be
yes.
acknowledged of my presence down here on the docks.
And he trots up to you, dismounts, removes his helmet, and introduces himself. You see a man in his 30s. It's hard to tell. He looks as he is close enough that you see it's fairly common now for most people to not exactly have the most polished armor. He is not different from that. He looks a bit battle scarred. And some of those are recent, but he doesn't look seriously wounded or scarred. And he introduces himself. He says, "I am Sir Marvin. It is a pleasure to meet you." And he has a picture.
Yep. I Master Wisemadel. I don't actually have a title, so that's the villain title.
Well, I was sent by my lord, the All here, to talk to you about some sort of problems we may have. And also, just as I was partway down, I was given a message by a local merchant that you were here yourself.
Yes.
Something about seeking your brother. Is that right?
Well, aren't we all seeking a brother?
I see. Well, if I can do anything to help you find him, it would be my pleasure.
Maybe he was here all along, but we'll get to that later.
Isn't the brother really the friends we've made along the way?
I'm not sure I want to be a brother, thanks.
Yep. Well, there is something you may be able to assist us with. I was hoping that you could talk with me, and he gestures towards the bar.
Yeah. Let's go.
Is this a private matter, or?
All of you may speak if you wish, but I would prefer no other fishermen and other peasants were listening in. I will ask bartender, one drink for all of us, please. For me, so I will charge the estate. But please leave us after that. Bartender just nods and does that and leaves, follows without a word.
Marvin's got a corporate card.
Ooh.
Yes.
My inner phoenix is rising.
Yep. You need to talk to him about sharing.
See, what every bartender knows, though, is if someone presents the company card, you keep bothering them for more refills.
Well, the company card here is less charge the
I
card
know.
and more don't charge me at all.
Yeah, but that's what I do in real life. When someone shows up, when someone
That's
comes from a
fair.
business meeting, you keep bothering them for refills because it's not their money.
Makes sense.
It does. So, once you all have your drinks and are sat down together, Marvin says, "So, I am told you all are recently arrived adventurers."
Yes.
Indeed.
Well,
Escaping that ice storm that happened last week.
I think, what would he say there to that? I think he says, "Yes, it mostly missed us here. It's a bit warmer. It's quite nice, relatively speaking. Apparently the snow is brutal up in England. Down in England is what he'd say.
Yeah.
Recently we have a bit of a problem, and I was hoping you might be able to take care of it, if possible. We heard that there's a nearby town known as Borg, you see. A man recently arrived there who long ago there's a bit of a feud going on. See,
Indeed.
there's a mountain of a man known as Egil. He is wanted for murder here in Borgarfjord, but the Jarl there will not give him up. In fact, he sent him into hiding for several years. I've just received word that he has returned, and I suspect that there will be more deaths if we should pursue this justice ourselves. But if you should bring Egil to justice or bring him to the town of Borgarfjord yourself, then you shall be rewarded by my lord."
If it's not too much of an imposition to ask, who was murdered? Are
He
we
pauses
bringing
to
in
consider.
a child killer? A
No,
father
no, not
killer?
a child killer. It was a woman. That it is unclear if she was murdered out of jealousy or some other misunderstanding. But
A
my
tale
lord
as
loved
old as
her,
time.
and this man is known for his terrible temper.
I believe I saw him from the shore. The big tree-like shape in the distance.
About that, his father is even bigger, so don't mix them up. He will be the second tallest man in Borg.
Second tallest man in town. Isn't much of a title now, is it?
Oh, no, it is not. But he is... His father knew when to, there was a tense peace after all of that. But I suspect that things are going to go... We are in for more interesting times if his son returns. Maybe he thinks all is forgiven, but my lord is not one to forgive something so heinous.
And you,
Was
Sir
that-
are you not? Are you alone? Not enough to bring this man in?
I am recognizable. I fear mostly that the villagers would come and I fear more would get hurt. I am a representative of this town. I have been here for long enough serving my lord that I am not one of them, but I do not want to start a war. And it is best if he is dealt with quickly, so we cannot just wait until the opportunity arises.
Hmm.
And if we were to end this man, what would you need for proof?
My lord will be satisfied with nothing shorter than his head.
Oh, so this has to
Oh.
be a he was murdered, not he can't get lost in the woods.
It is dark, but yes. He deserves to pay for his crimes, and it must be made public. Even if not at that town of Borg, even if it is here, if you could also somehow get him alive here, then my lord will reward you extra for personally performing the execution, giving him the ability to do that.
So we simply need to get the giant to the gate.
Yes, that will do.
I think
And
we
who
might
is
be able to
your-
arrange that, but we would need to confer first before accepting this.
Oh, I understand.
Adventure.
I understand. Take as long as you need. Should I wait nearby, or should I wait a message? I can return to the town.
Who is your lord that visitors are constrained to only the docks?
Arn Bordvarsson is a busy, busy man. He has a lot of responsibility, and he gestures towards the constructing docks. We are a growing town. We have need of great amounts of food, and other projects are ongoing.
Busyness does not usually accompany a lack of or engender a lack of hospitality.
He smiles politely, says, "You are perceptive, but I cannot say more. It is not my place. But rest assured
Hmm.
that things will go well for you if you should accept this. More than just the payment."
I want to like get a read on him,
Mhm.
right? Like I don't know how to push without making it obvious what I want to learn out of it,
Okay.
right?
What-
Like I guess I'd want to ask basically yes, this town does seem to be growing, but to have as the amount of fish you're bringing in and not sell any fish is rather weird.
I think.
I want to see if I could get at more like why are they hoarding food?
Yeah.
The other problem is we can't say we know they're hoarding food, just that they're not selling it. The only information
Yeah.
we have is they're not selling it to us.
Yeah,
We
the fact
don't
that
know
they're
they're
not selling
starving.
it.
We don't know they're starving. We can't tell them we know they're starving out the other town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we could basically say, "Hey, we're looking for supplies. Why won't you sell to us?"
Hmm. Why don't you read motive? You'll, depending on what you get, you might just get a read on him. You might get a read on what he knows. It'll be harder to get a read on what he knows, but
Yeah. Let's see
The other
here.
option is possess him. And make him sell us.
I can't do that
It is
outside of combat.
spiritual. All right. I'm going to shuffle my deck with cleanup and then go. Ah, just my void runes, so 2 total.
2? Okay. So all he says is, "Well, my lord believes there is going to be reason for a lot of food needed soon." That's all he says. And your impression of him is he definitely does know something. Like, he does know. He's just not saying what's up. This man fits exactly the stories you have. This man probably reminds you of beginning of season 1 Wisdom, I'd imagine. I don't know how Wisdom was.
Wisdom's very English, not a knight.
Okay. This man is
Like-
then
like
very,
Wisdom's
very much a
profession was
typical knight.
Yeah.
This man is wisdom taken to 11.
Yeah, he
it's like
believes-
all of your weird affects, but you actually care about them, as opposed to just being like,
Yeah.
"This is just what I do because that's what I've always done." But this guy's like, "I do them because it's the right and godly thing to do."
There's definitely a specific reason he's serving this lord. There's no way a knight would serve a
pagan.
Yeah, serve a
unless-
pagan.
Yeah.
He is a Christian knight, like he is the stereotypical crusader.
So
So
Yeah.
there's
I'm
pretty
definitely
sure
a
I would-
reason.
I'd probably but Wisdom would probably, as the conversation tails, and it's like, and if it is not too much of an imposition, I would question to know why you have left our home kingdom to serve a foreign lord.
Ah, I see. Well, it is not so it is not something that I consider a shame. I was thought slain in battle some time ago, and the Lord Arn saved my life. He returned me to health, him and his servants, and in return, I gave him an oath. I owe him my life, so he shall have it. And, honorable as he is, he accepted.
What battle were you in? Tell me of your great deeds.
I have not returned to England since then, so I do not know what they call it.
There would be no England at this point.
Okay.
There is no England. There's Wessex, there's Mercia, there is a couple other kingdoms.
I see. Then he says,
But
yeah, I
England is
have
the
not returned
culmination.
to Wessex since then. But I think he does mention I do not have a specific battle he was in.
Okay.
But
right,
he does
right, that's
mention it was a battle in Iceland, actually.
fine.
Yeah, he says that there are some of. Let me double check what his
God,
name
this
is.
half
Was he
history
crusading
makes
at the time?
Yeah, it's
half-
like historically
this half-
accurate until 5 years ago. Then
this
everything's
half
just turned
history is
over.
so hard because it's totally like I want to just look up battles in Iceland and see what battles in Iceland.
Yeah, this
happened
is
in
not
the 900s.
a historical
So
battle from Iceland.
I can't do that because that wouldn't make sense in the fiction.
Yep.
Hmm.
But he says that a group of people from, I'm trying to get his name, but I think like the King of Wessex basically sent a group of people here to find new warm shores, and there have sometimes been peace with some and fighting with other local. What would he say? Like, yeah, they've been fighting with locals sometimes and sometimes not. In one of those battles, he was wounded and left for dead, thought dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need just out of game. I don't need to fight him. He was bested by an Icelander, and I have not been. So I am.
About that,
You're still the
he's
strongest
gonna bring
man.
it up. Actually,
Oh no.
he says, "You know, it has been some time since I have spoken with a fellow from the Great Isles. I was hoping you mentioned that you were quite a strong man, and I was hoping you could
no,
do me the favor of a
am
duel."
Okay. That can be arranged because as my tale has preceded me, I am in fact the strongest man from Wessex. Not
So I
simply
did not
any
hear
strong man.
incorrectly. Well,
Correct.
I also am from that glorious country. May we test this?
Yeah, I think that can be arranged. Are you in possession of any foreign magics in your time?
Let me check. He says, "Oh, I've learned one thing or two, but if you would like, we can set those new lessons aside for this."
I do believe that would be the honorable thing to do. Would be set aside any.
Yes, we cannot test if you are the
Spells.
strongest man, or I, without only testing our strength.
Do you have a contest?
I mean, we could
Or-
duel. It would be nice, but if you wish, we may test our strength in other ways. Puts his arm on the table like an arm wrestle.
Duel it is.
I see. One for
my skills lie more with the sword than with the body.
that is fair. I prefer it myself as well. Well, it is a bit busy now, but we can later. I
Okay.
suppose.
High noon?
High noon with no sun.
Yeah.
when the great mountain bursts at high
says-
high Helka.
Well, if you
Excellent.
accept, I have the perfect place for it. In the front yard of my Jarl's home is a large, now icy but still functional field.
That does
Give
seem
us
to be
plenty
the...
of space.
Should I require a second, or is it just...
No, nothing like that. It'll just
Okay.
be a friendly duel.
All right.
Just very
Your terms are
friendly.
agreeable.
Swing our swords at each other.
Yeah, exactly.
We will fight to the blood. It'll be
I look forward to it.
or to the ground. We'll figure it out there.
Yep.
A good distraction.
What? At what time is this happening?
Well, I guess I should leave you alone to discuss whether or not you accept this.
Yes, we will.
He bows to you all.
So we will set the time, and you have set the place.
Oh no, it's better for.
I will just be waiting nearby if you would only need a short amount of time to discuss. I'll be waiting at the gate.
Okay.
All right.
Let us huddle
Confirm.
to.
Yes.
Huddle. Okay, so we could use this as our inn. We can sneak in a group of people right on his fucking front lawn.
We still don't know if
um,
he's actually
How-
doing.
We
How
could
big
get
is the
in.
town?
Several times larger than Borg. Borg is probably less than 200 people. Borgar Fjord, which you are at now, between the traffic and stuff, it's probably more like 1,000, maybe more.
Okay. Sorry, you get down into like 400 people in a town, you're not going unnoticed. Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we can't
Right.
sneak. We can't reason. We could use the duel as an in for us to get into town, find the worm tongue, and sort this out.
Right,
Are
but
you intending
we've-
to give up Egel?
I don't think so.
I don't
But
either.
we have established that if we just throw on hooded cloaks, they're not gonna bat an eye. So we can ostensibly go to Borg, get a couple people.
Well, the
to
thing
come
we
in.
yeah, well, the thing we could tell
Huh?
them though is, well, while we have not decided to like take this man's justice into our own life, we will, on the other hand, go down to the town of Borg
And discover what we
and
can.
see if we could root him out or something like some vague.
You're just gonna keep going back and forth. Wait, let's talk to
Yeah.
them. Wait, let's talk to
So-
them.
No, but it's vague nothingness. We tell them to give us an excuse to come back here. Be like, we will go down to the town of Borg and investigate to see if the claims of Egel being there are true, and then
Okay, yeah, that's like
and then we it gives us an in to come back into the gates. To be like, hey, we're back. Remember us from earlier? We talked about
It's
this
time
ahead
for
of
us to
time.
do that duel now.
Yeah.
Have we been with this guy long enough that we could get a sense of his level per se?
you can, if you would like to.
That's a
Oh
good
no, it
question.
specifically says in the action thing you have to have seen him in combat. So
Okay.
if you even after one round of the duel, then you can get a sense of his level. If you
But that's
check,
too
okay.
late.
Well, the
Well,
the
let me know
duel
if
is
it's going from a
friendly.
duel to a combat.
Well, I'm just thinking if you can wound him significantly enough that we have to rush him inside, we can bring him straight to the Jarl and have an in.
Mhm.
Oh, Egel will crush me into paste if I draw a sword on him again. I don't
Not
know.
Egel.
No, the
This
knight.
guy.
Oh, the knight. Okay.
Marvin. Yeah.
I'd assume Marvin's on par with Egel at least.
Yeah.
We need to push the duel to next session. For sure.
Oh well,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have 4 minutes left in this session.
Yep.
Oh, I meant for level up.
I like your priorities.
So I think, what do you tell him? Can be what we end things on.
I think telling him that we will.
We'll investigate
We will
these claims
investigate.
at Town of Borg,
Yeah.
and then when we come back, we might have a duel.
We will come back for the duel, and if possible, like we will consider bringing Egel back, but we will definitely come back at an appropriate time for said duel.
Well, if you do not accept, we might have to have the duel here in the docks or somewhere else outside of town, but that can still work. If you should be warned, though, if you accidentally tip off Egel about all of this, then my lord will be most displeased. I do not know what he would do then, but
Does Egel not know he is wanted for murder? You asking us to kill a man who has not been accused?
he knows, but it has also been several years, and he has not been home. He might think that my lord has forgotten, or that he might just ignore it and hope that it goes away. I have not
it's
met
not
this
people.
man, but my lord says he knows him well. and that he has a penchant for, well, to quote my lord, stupidity and luck.
Accurate.
Could say the same for a couple of people here.
Well, I think he says, I do hope that you can confirm that, but I shall await your return.
Shall await returning.
Good day.
He bows to you all again, mounts his horse, and trots back towards the town hill. Let's end the session there. Oh, also, I have a separate thing for him. If you guys ever met him without, like, eating him.
Without his armor?
No, I meant if you met him without
in his armor.
If you met him in his
Oh.
armor, yeah.
Okay.
I don't see a picture.
It doesn't show a picture.
No, I
No,
didn't show the
it doesn't.
picture. It just says the knight.
Roll
That's-
20's
Like-
been insanely slow.
It
There's
has had
actually
some
a
issues.
there's a bug. They even tweeted about it.
Oh, there it goes.
Close. Yeah.
Ooh.
So let's do end of
Cool.
session.
Yeah.
Ah, the knight.
I don't think anyone has sworn any oaths this day.
But the oaths carry.
Oaths
Yeah,
do
I was
carry.
working on my last
We'll
oath.
get to.
I was trying. I don't know how much mine counts, but I have to. Those bested by my blade will know who it is that crafted the weapon. I talked about how I killed a shadow monster with it. I tried to make that a point.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
And I made my own sword for this one. So. With
Okay.
this blade of mine.
So did you honorably win a significant battle? Gain 1 glory per battle.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Did
Yes.
you brag about your deeds, celebrate victory,
Yeah.
or make sacrifice to the gods? I think you all did.
Yes.
Did you swear an oath publicly for all in your body here? Not this time because you did last time. Did you pursue or fully satisfy your oath?
I
Yes.
attempted to pursue it. I don't know if that counts.
What was your oath?
Those bested by my blade will know who it was that crafted the weapon. I can't yell at a shadow monster, but I told a bunch of other people.
And you also mentioned, yeah, you did mention who it was that crafted. So yeah,
That's
I would say
me.
you
It's
get
my blade.
you get a glory. That. Any other oath questions about that?
Pursuing my oath by talking Eagle down. My oath isn't really about talking Eagle down. It's consequences.
What is your oath?
If Eagle kills another person without cause, he will die.
I mean, talking him down is still. I'd say that's still pursuing.
That's pursuant to it.
Sweet, I'll take it.
Is it the same amount of glory for pursuing that it is for completing?
You get 1 for pursuing. You get 1 additional for completing.
Okay, because my oath is finding out what's going on in this town. Technically, in that respect, I did. They're paying a fuckload of money for all the food. Like, that's how they're doing the thing they're doing. Now, is that going to be enough for Skellig Grim when we go back? Probably not.
Your oath
No,
was
I think
to
we
him.
need to find out why they're doing it.
Yeah, I think
We
I would
figured out
agree.
the-
Scalagrim,
We don't have the motive. We have the means.
you have
for
the
sure.
means and the event and the problem itself, but yeah, you don't know why.
The
We know
motive
there's
this
more
is-
going on because of my insight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need motive.
So yeah, I don't
God,
think
I-
you fulfilled it yet.
Okay.
And then I don't think anyone has broken, renounced, or forsaken.
God,
There.
I am at 9. I am at 9 points
Me
and I need
too.
10 for one more rune.
Yup.
I'm
Doesn't
thinking
need level
about
up next session.
How does this happen? How?
I'm thinking about just spending my 5 glory to gain another essence just to get more stuff to do.
That's an option.
You got to another level? That's fantastic.
Yeah, because I did hold on, let me see. Because I did my glory was 3 last time because what was it? I swore an oath publicly and I pursued and satisfied the oath. And this time
Mhm.
we
So that's that
won
extra
the
1
battle.
glory.
Yeah.
I think for contextual reasons, the only way I can satisfy my oath is to get the new sword, beat someone with it, and then tell everyone.
And then tell
them
everyone, and then leave it, and like I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I feel like that's enough to satisfy it, but I have to get the new sword and then beat someone with the new sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have the dual weights until you have a new sword.
That might be the answer.
Yeah. Get your new sword. Duel this guy. Is it Martin or Marvin?
Marvin, I thought.
Marvin.
Sir Marvin. I'm sure he has a surname, but that's unimportant.
Why are? There we go.
'Cause
Yes,
Marvin
it is Sir
not a
Marvin. No, Marvin is not a. Correct.
Marvin is not a surname.
Correct.
But not SIR.
Yep. Okay, and that is the end of session. Be back next week unless there's any issues I'm unaware of. To see how this goes. You have now visited both towns.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Thank you
think
for
I have
watching.
a better understanding of what the wolves are. Right.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Look, I said you could do other lore checks if you want more details, but omens are going to give you omens.
Yeah, it might be the two towns.
I think it's the two towns of the. The giant is some problem.
I mean, yeah, shit. I really hope it's not going. I really hope it's not going the god way that I think it's going, because there is the son of a giant that would cause a bunch of mischief on Earth if he wanted to.
Okay.
Go kill, possum kill Loki. Is that your suggestion?
All right. Goodbye.